we on?
Yeah.
Are we
You see
live?
any displays, anything like that? Music, audio,
Luca.
sounds?
Luca. Oh. Hey, you're on.
Check it out. Check it out. We got audio. Great, guys. Great. I hope you guys like that twerking. Chris, what were you saying? Holy shit, guys. What a start. What a start.
It's been a hell of a day. Yeah, Baby Pink Cactus YouTube. Yeah, video. She makes things. Check her out. Audio. It's from Tabletop Audio. It's been stressful, so back to you.
Oh, God. Oh, God. You're trying to do, like, God. Let's talk about last week. Fuck this week.
Oh,
Let's
Debbie
talk
and I
about
might
last
start streaming some old video games.
week. Interesting. Yeah, keep an eye out on that on our Twitch channel. If you guys aren't familiar with Twitch, that's really weird because that's what we're streaming on. So, twitch.tv/woodness_guild. Check that out. They're pretty good. Debbie, I think, is the only person I know who could decimate the entire world with any old school SNES game like Tetris or Mario.
I'm really good.
It's insane. It's
Watching people play Mario, I want to murder myself and gouge my eyes out because how slow they are.
Yeah, no, it's I think it was actually Liana and us. We all sat down one night to play, and like I'm sitting there like I'm on level 14 on Tetris, and I look over and you're like 500, and I was just like, thanks, Debbie.
Yeah.
So check that out. That'll be coming shortly. We might have some other interesting videos, but enough about that. If anybody has anything else, now's the time to say it. We're good.
If you're good at Tetris, why is your house cluttered?
Hey.
Oh my god.
I have
And
like the
that's
least
where we're gonna take
cluttered
it.
house
Go to the
ever.
break. Wow, man.
Yeah.
Alright. Grab the frosty cauldrons, empty those bladders. Last week we didn't have a map cam, so we lost a couple of the important factors. We have everything up and running this week, that's why it took us a minute. But last week, you guys had, having been taken into the forest with Fabio, who was this hunter that had found these animals, different sized animals, with black rings around their eyes. You guys followed him into the forest where he had revealed to you that somebody had been communicating with him in his dreams. He led you to a location in the forest. Was the most recent location that he had been rewarded for finding. You spent the night there, were attacked and seemingly targeted, some of you, by a golden elf that had been legendarily walking through the forest. You then tracked from some familiar, God, what is that spell that you cast? I can never remember its spell. It's not scrying.
Clairvoyance.
Clairvoyancy, thank you. Found a place. You tried to set an ambush for the Yagigama. Again, seeming to be targeted for some reason. The Yagigama appeared and wow, what a battle ensued after that. The majority of the group went down at one point. You managed to survive. The body of the Yagigama having released some sort of arcane energy, transforming back into Jeremy, and within short order had discovered Sarah's body as well. Neither of them recoverable, neither of them alive. You took the bodies with you, went back to town, and there's some suspicious moments where you weren't sure what Christy may or may not make of this situation, so you sent one of your people ahead, talked to the council. The council thanked you graciously, rewarded you as promised, and that's where we left off as you guys wandered to the Ribald Coalition to spend the night. So, what do you guys want to do?
Is it morning or is it still night?
Does anybody have anything they want to do that night? You wake up frosty-eyed, cheery-eyed, misty-eyed,
Frosty-eyed.
sticky-eyed,
I was like, frosty-eyed? I think we
clear-eyed?
can go back to
Clear-eyed,
bed.
full hearts. That's, no.
Clear eyes?
Yeah, I wear Supreme on my t-shirt sometimes. I don't. Yeah, it's the morning. You wake up. Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. And you go downstairs. We'll say you're probably the first one to wake up in the orchard as the sun kind of peeks over the horizon.
Remembers that I'm outside. That was good.
You're always outside.
It's not hard.
Always alone.
So what would you like to do? It sounds like you have something. If nothing, that's fine.
Is there anywhere where I can go buy things? Is there anywhere?
There are lots of shops in this area. Tons of them. We figured it out. We figured it out.
Go.
You're my hero. I appreciate you though. I love you. Our local tech support.
All right. So I'm gonna go to, I guess, the closest shop to look for a new
Okay.
crossbow or bow.
At this point, the light is breaking over the horizon. The sun is not. Most of the shops have not opened at this point. The few people that you do see about kind of like acknowledge you, but are seeming to keep a respectful distance. Whether it be out of fear or respect, you're not quite sure.
I'm going back to the free. I'm not walking around this town alone.
I would like to, if I can, wake up a little bit early to go, like, try to climb to the top of the roof of Rybel and take, like, just people watch
Yeah.
for new bodies or single skin people to replicate.
Yeah. Easy enough.
Good idea.
You managed to find a perch, and there isn't a whole lot of commotion. The majority of what you can see would be to the right and a little bit ahead down in the dock ward. There's a couple warehouses that seem to have employees or workers or laborers of some kind that are moving in and out and transitioning between the ships and the warehouses. Pretty standard business as people get ready to prepare for voyages along the day.
Cool. Any creatures that are out of normal that I maybe have not seen before?
Noteworthy.
Noteworthy.
Would be the word.
Beings.
There are any creeps out.
I would say you've probably never seen an Aarakocra, but you probably would have seen it at the Agora. That's not impossible. Tieflings, everybody's seen a tiefling. I would say, yeah, there's one creature that kind of catches your eye. It's about 6 feet tall.
Okay.
It seems to have hair that kind of protrudes along its cheek line and have more of a flat, broad nose. This creature is about 7 feet tall, and you can see tufts of fur kind of poking out in different spots from underneath its clothing. The fur itself is a bright teal green color.
You met Sully.
And yeah, it's very impressive, but nobody seems to be bothered by it, and it holds itself in a respectful manner. So.
Okay. Cool.
So it's too early that no shops are open? I wanna
at this
try to
point,
find
if you guys
some
want to,
armor.
work it up, I would say Joanne probably comes down to the main seating area, main lobby, if you will, and explains to you in so many words that when they prepare for a funeral, that the majority of the shops don't open until the evening,
Okay, that makes sense.
while they send off their lost beloveds.
Are we sharing our room? Did we decide that?
I believe I took off with Joanna.
Oh, okay.
Did you? I know you guys walked back to the hotel.
No, I remember you guys sharing a room.
Yeah, that was my understanding.
I think she walked back to the room with you, or walked back to the hotel with you, but probably would have retired.
Fan scored. Wait, no. Did Luca score? No, Luca didn't.
You
No.
two have scored.
I don't know about that.
Before.
That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
They didn't use a
always
saddle.
score.
Remember that?
Yeah, we always score.
It was awfully flirtatious.
It was
That's all
flirtatious.
I'm gonna
We're
say.
hitting
It was flirtatious.
3-pointers,
However,
touchdowns.
being the woman of repute that she is, she probably would have retired,
Oh,
especially because she was crying her eyes out at
yeah.
the
Not the
Agora.
right time.
So where
True.
are you at then?
Well, I did tell you what I wanted.
Assumably,
to do.
you guys have arrived. Everybody's in
Yeah.
the, except for one of your party members. You hear footsteps on the street. Joanne tells you that the ceremony will begin shortly. She leads you down to the dock board, unless anybody has any objections.
The shops aren't open now.
Yeah.
I'd say, Konak, you notice a large group of people. They all seem to be in military attire, but they're not moving in any kind of hurry. They're just all moving towards the main bulk of the city, past by you. And it's a considerable amount of people. As you guys arrive down in the dock boards, it seems the entirety of the town is here. And as you approach what seems to be this circle gathering point, in the center you see two platforms that have been built with the bodies of Jeremy and Sarah laying on them. They are dressed in simple white gowns, their hands folded across their stomach. No attempt has been made to hide any part of Jeremy's skin that still remains that rocky granite-like texture, bark-like texture. And it doesn't seem to really bother anyone. The majority of the people in the area just look somber.
When Luca and I went back to the orphanage, we did find a doll. So I'm going to take out the doll and place it on Sarah's body.
Okay.
On her
You
chest ring.
approach and you lay it down, and almost as if this was like an expected gesture, as you back up, more people start leaving the crowd, and it seems like these people may have had more of an intimate relationship with these kids. Maybe they were fostered at one point, maybe they had some sort of meaningful interaction in the past. But slowly, one by one, you see some people coming up and leaving gifts. There's a little girl who steps out, one of the girls from the hospital that you guys had previously seen.
Mary!
It's not Mary.
Dang it.
It's a short, brown-haired goblin girl with more tan than green skin. She comes up and she starts braiding Sarah's hair. And, a couple other children come up and start putting flowers in the hair. There's a moment of silence. That pause. Pregnant, waiting for something to happen. And their bodies slowly start to steam and smoke as the pyres are lit on fire. Nobody says anything. You see a couple of the mages from the Agora that you would recognize to be part of that guild seem to be casting spells to increase the intensity of the fire, and it burns bright and it burns extremely hot. The immediate reaction is to take a step back, but the rest of the village seems to bear the pain and the heat and the intensity, almost as it's like a punishment or some sort of, they have to do this in penance for failing these kids.
They didn't protect them.
In short time, the bodies are completely consumed by the flames. Their bodies now ash. A couple clerical workers, to the best of your knowledge, come by and collect the ash, which seems to have fallen into a bowl. It was directed. There's a metal structure underneath these that have kind of consolidated the entire ash capital into a bowl. You see the clerics come over, pick up the bowl, and start walking towards the beach. Anybody have anything? Just follow along.
Mm-hmm.
Do we see Christy anywhere?
Chrissy is present. She is wearing her military accoutrement. It looks like business as usual, except everybody stopped for the day to have this. It's almost like a siesta, but a
What is
funeral.
her facial expression?
You can insight check.
Is Joanne around?
Joanne is around.
I'd like to go it's all in
She
Oh, I hate you.
gently puts
You
her
are
arm
going
around your
wet.
waist and leans her head
It's a one.
into your chest, but doesn't say a word.
That was 3. Wasn't a good. It was a 1. So that
Oh, it was a
dice.
natural one?
Girl.
That one is different than a three.
Oh,
Nat
sorry.
one is different
Nat
than
one.
three.
If I announce nat ones, you guys gotta
Call
announce
Yeah,
nat
girl.
ones.
Call out the nat ones, y'all.
Okay.
You're going to jail.
We're staring at someone like.
The intensity of your stare catches a couple people's eyes, and you see them start to like look over. Christy soon realizes that eyes are not all focused on the children in this ceremony. They're starting to turn towards her, and you see, like, as she looks around with this indignant look on her face, she kind of retracts in the crowd a little bit, almost like shamefully. You guys make your way down to the beach. There is a long canoe that is set up. You see Bertram is climbing into the canoe, and there are a couple younger folk who are grabbing oars. The bowls are laid in the center. Joanne releases your hip as you politely grab her one of her drinks, and climbs into the boat as well. At least somebody did that.
Do it later.
Proud of you. You guys watch as a couple people climb into the boats. A couple people grab surfboards, surprisingly, that seem to be laid out on the ground behind the canoes, and they start paddling out. They paddle out about 300 feet, 400 feet, and you can see as the ashes are laid into the water, so too are flowers thrown in and bits of I think you would recognize it, and you would probably recognize it as sugarcane. And just different types of materials from the earth. When the ashes are assumably spread out and empty, the sea party returns. Some people give hugs, some people hold hands, some people sing, cry. Seems to be more appropriate at this point to express yourself. Joanne comes over, takes your hand, and looks at you. And, thank you. It's not always easy. It's never easy, really. But you have done a great service for this town, and we are eternally grateful for the work you have done. If there's anything I can do for you, please do not hesitate to ask.
I mean, if you need anything else, you let us know.
Yo, bitch, where's our house?
I hate to sound callous, but there actually is a matter that, well, it's a matter of discretion that I could use some assistance with if possible. I don't want to set you out on what you may see as a frivolous journey too soon, but it would be a personal favor that I would be eternally in your debt for.
What is this favor?
She kind of like looks around. Nobody seems to be paying attention at this point.
We can go
For this.
somewhere safer if you'd like. If you don't want to be.
Thank you. That
Are
is,
you asking us, the six of us?
Yeah.
Of
I'm assuming you guys are all standing around each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's see.
You say yes, sir.
There are
I was talking to the DM.
there are certain matters that require modicums of diplomacy that cannot be addressed by within the confines of the law. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Clearly.
Very much so.
I have a sibling in Quindeth.
Quindeth.
Not too loud.
Oh, that was just me asking.
No, yeah.
That was Mike with some good info.
I was just improv.
That was beautiful.
Not so loud. Like I said, it is a rather tender situation. I have a brother who has contacted me. Apparently there has been some mysterious going-ons that could use a more skillful touch. And if you would be amiable, there may be some compensation in kind.
What's go hash out details before we
Of course.
Very well said.
say anything else?
Absolutely fine. Meet me back at the Ribald when you are ready to discuss things further. And you see as she, you can see the tear streaks down her face. She kind of rights herself and takes a big breath and turns and.
I just want to stop her
I'll say we'll meet you there in 3
and
hours.
just give her like a little cloth.
Yeah, that's good.
Wipe her tears as she walks away.
Yeah, we're
Why does he
getting
get
it.
all the hot ones?
We're getting it.
You have had her though, so it's not like you didn't.
I don't remember if I have had
You
her.
have.
Yeah, you
You
did,
did.
Christy.
Did I?
Yeah.
No, not
Not
Christy.
Christy.
No, Joanne. You
Joanne.
have.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
we were talking
Yeah.
to Joanne?
No, you guys,
Christy.
you and not you and you were drawing. So you three banged out in the rival
The
with
brothel.
the brothel ladies.
Well,
Yeah.
we did, yeah.
Yes,
I didn't know
you
if
two
we conquered
did, no.
Joanne.
Yeah,
You did.
You did.
I
You have
did,
to make
yeah.
Constitution and Dexterity
I need
saves.
to
How
write
do you
this down
remember
for
that?
me.
He said it was the
Joanne.
best night of your life.
I guess it wasn't that
It was one of the best of yours, and Joanne seemed like, meh. I've had better.
great. Made love to Joanne.
Love.
We're gonna
So,
make.
As the congregation slowly departs, you see some linger longer, some linger not quite as long.
Is Stanley there?
Stanley was there. Stanley's no longer there.
Did he leave pretty quickly? Did we know?
Not. I wouldn't say it was a.
It was like a polite.
Polite,
Like, I'm
yeah,
here and
I'm-
I'm gone.
Yeah. He seems less interested in the emotional
Uh-huh.
side of things, but is, from what you remember, incredibly into gossip.
Right.
So since we have 3 hours, I want to go find some armor.
Pop it on this
one
one's sexy spine and
Amen.
I turn to Fan and I pull
Your
out my
favorite
broken
thing?
bow and I make the sound of like crunching, like twig snapping to remind him that my bow is broken.
Oh.
And I really, really want to fix it.
Yeah. Let's go find somewhere.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's
Where do you want to
magic, so we're gonna have to find somewhere really
me
nice.
personally,
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely love to go to some type of like potions
Great.
location.
Okay. We can
Armor.
go.
Yeah, I want to go.
Where are you trying to go?
Come.
I need to get my bow.
Armor. I don't think my
Bowery?
armor can get. I don't think my armor can get much better right now.
Probably. I think you're tapped out for the level of armor you can
Oh,
wear.
I need to.
But there is a Bowery in town.
Okay.
Where do you want to go?
I want to lean over to Guanapo and
It's
say,
not
Guanapo, do you remember the professor who fixed your paper?
Sex with dead bodies. Yes.
Dear Lord.
Oh,
We're working with phrasing.
Maybe he can
I
help
love
you.
it.
Maybe he can help you with this. You said you might need magic
Sex with dead
to mend the
bodies.
bow.
I pat Aaron and I'm like, I
Yeah,
don't want to
yeah,
do that.
yeah.
He magically mended the paper. He might be able to.
I remember that. Yeah,
help you
let's
with the
go.
bow.
Well,
Where do you want to go? You want to get your bow fixed.
I would like to help
Get the bow fixed.
Guanabo get her bow
Guanabo.
fixed.
Guanabo.
Guanabo.
Oh!
Bow's the girl.
That's the name of the bow. Yeah, I'll pick her up and
Hammer.
kind of like I'll pick. God, motherfucking suffrage. I'll put. I'll
Bo
pick.
Burnham.
Yeah, I'll put him up and put him on my back, and we will.
Motherfucking suck.
Me and him will hike on to the.
Are you going with us?
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Let's start.
If you would like me to.
University, if you don't got anything,
I
you're
have
start with,
nothing better to
more
do.
than welcome to come.
Then I will join you. Thank you.
I'm going to start with Konak because he was the first to express desire for shopping. So here we are. You asking around a couple of the people. There actually is the elderly couple that you saw earlier. They seem more talkative at this point, and you gather that people are very into mourning around here. If it was socially acceptable to walk around and whip yourself and do Hail Marys in public, they probably would. But that doesn't seem to be the right thing to do at this point. Talking to them,
Or ever.
Or ever.
the woman seems to take the lead in the conversation. She introduces herself as Layla Khan. She's a furball. Bright greenish teal fur poking out from different areas of her clothing. A long, broad nose. on her face. She's about 6-7 feet tall. And she is more than happy to point you towards the local bowyer. Bowyer. It's a short conversation. Nothing, unless you really want to talk to her. Okay. She points you off, and as you're leaving, she encourages you to come and get like a drink later at the Con Long Hall. You make your way out, find the bowyer. It's called Birds of Prey, and it is about 2 streets up, 1 street over. You walk in, and Mia Muhammad greets you. You see this rather stringy, but still muscular, just very thin bugbear, very tawny fur coming off of her. She turns around wearing a large apron, and you see she has wax pulled across a bowstring, and she turns around. How may I help you?
Uva, nice to see you. I'm looking
nice
for the bow.
To see you.
Yes, I know. It's
Well, you've
always
come
nice
to the
see
right
you.
place. This is a great place for bows. We have many. How can I help you? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for something that is stronger than this.
What
And
is
I'll-
this?
And I will slap my bow on the table.
Ah,
An upgrade.
that is it's a very nice bow, if I do say so myself. She pulls it out. This is a yew bow. Yes, you, not you, but the yew, the wood. If you, yeah, okay. Anyways, she kind of unstrings it and gives it a couple flexes. There is not much that you will find that is finer than this. Perhaps maybe I have something in the back. Give me 1 moment. And she kind of leaves. The inside of this shop is cluttered and messy. There are arrows that are kind of just stacked in or contained in these large vase things. They don't look like they were originally intended to contain arrows. It looks like she just kind of collects and makes use of everything. Rot, recycle, reduce, reuse. This woman's the champion of it. There are feathers on the ground. There is wax. There's tar. There is different types of resin. You can smell the yeah. You can smell different types of wood kind of wafting over in this like almost like you're smelling God damn it.
Incense?
The sticks, incense, every now and then. But the predominant smell would happen to be varnish. The stains on these bows are wide and varied. After a few minutes, she comes back out, and she's holding another bow, not yours, which seems to have left in there. And she's grabbing and she flexes it and brings it down in quite a impressive show of strength, and lets it go. This, yes. This would be probably the nicest I have. If you want it, I would say 1,200 gold.
I have such need for gold.
What is what would be the difference from the U to this?
This is a little bit more snappy, if you know what I mean. The arrows pack just a slightly better punch. That's not her accent. And arrows pack slightly better punch. It is, well, I think it is quite impressive.
Do you know anyone that can do the magic to weapons?
Magic, you want enchantments, yes. An enchanter, let's see. And she kind of strokes the fur that kind of lines her face. I don't know enchanter. Maybe, perhaps, Birdie Asian. She might be able to help you. She dabbles in magic items. Human one, very short, 4 feet tall at most. Gray hair. She likes the color green. Go investigate. She's around. She has cart. She wanders town.
Thank you for your time. I don't.
Of course.
For just a small punch, 1,200.
Yes,
It's money, but it is a beautiful bow.
I am not offended. Thank you. You are a beautiful man. So.
Ooh!
Tell me, do you ever uncover a face? Your accent is so
Super friendly.
inviting.
This is. I do not uncover ever. It's just a man of mystery, I guess.
Perhaps we can change that one day. Have a wonderful time.
Thank you.
Could have been
Wait,
your
what was the
football.
girl's name again? I need to pay.
Her name?
Yeah.
Her name.
Well, her name and then the enchanter's name.
Her name was
Birdie.
Mia Muhammad.
Mia Muhammad.
Birdie.
And the magician dealer was Birdie. Birdie Asian. Spelled just like Asian.
Oh my god.
Wow. Just pronounced differently.
You
Just
just look
pronounced
around the
differently.
room when you're coming up with these names.
Oh, you should see how I come up with names. It's not pretty.
How do you come up with accents?
How do I come up with accents? I know 3, and I just do those on repeat.
Russia.
Oh, he knows a
Ukraine.
new Irish one. You could do some of that. Little
Oh,
Scotland.
yeah. I can dabble in some Scottish.
You did a
sounds
great
like
little
Scottish.
girl.
What?
Oh yeah, I had a fun time.
Who's that?
That's Luna.
She's doing
Anything
this
else you wanna do?
It's one of the rats in the basement.
Thought she's boots.
Hey!
I apologize. I had
Stupid
serious
down
alcohol.
You stupid fucker!
Anyways,
the dog's running around on the floor.
moving on. Armorer. There is an armorer. It doesn't take you very long. You meet this beautiful, graceful, tall creature. You're not very familiar with these creatures. She has green, teal, bright fur sticking out from different areas of her clothing. A long, broad nose. She introduces herself as Layla and tells you to come by for drinks later on the house. It's like Layla Khan of the
Yes.
Khan Long Hall. She directs you towards an armor.
Almost like a little ice.
Jesus, how many women did I put in this? Jocelyn Gregorian
Ooh.
at the Black Rose. She kind of points you up towards the area, says you can't miss it, you'll smell it coming. After a short amount of time, you make your way. You can hear the sounds of hot iron being struck. Just
Oh, so
ting,
hot.
ting, ting. You find the Black Rose, falls in your ears.
I guess I could just go to the
Currency.
As you walk in, it is an open floor plan. The walls are built with gigantic stones. The roof seems to be covered with some sort of material, and looking around, it's probably somewhat fireproof, fire resistant, we'll call it. Standing in the center of this room over a massive bed of coals is one of the most short tieflings you've ever seen. She has black skin, bright blue eyes, and these gently transitioning horns that go from a deep black to a bright red.
Like an ombre.
Like an ombre. Yeah.
Fancy.
Fancy.
Her
Oh,
long
nice.
jet black hair is pulled into a braid that she keeps over her shoulder. The brown leather that she's wearing, fits extremely well to the body. And you see, as with every hammer strike, just ping, ping, you can watch the muscles in her upper body just ripple with intensity. She kind of ting looks up. Right? What can I do you for?
We get to
I
hear
would like to find some armor for my upper body.
Well, I can tell you one thing that wants to be on your upper body. Give me a moment, if you would, dear. And she kind of shuffles on over. There's a small door that it creates like this cabinet effect in the back corner of the room. She opens it up, and you see her kind of looking in. Right. She reaches in and pulls it out. This is probably the best that I got for your upper body. It's gonna be it's a chainmail, rather nice. It's difficult to manufacture. It'd be about 200 gold. What do you specialize in, if you don't mind me asking?
Nothing. We're just wanderers and
Hunting
I
banshees in the
just-
Banshee Forest. Is that it?
Well, we definitely sure like to scream.
Hey, women after my own heart. I can appreciate that. You two, parts of that greater group. Yeah, the one that has
And
no
grief creates.
particular
Very
name or inclination except to help the fine folk at Goodfellow. Is that it?
Yes.
Yeah, we just felt a calling and we really wanted to save those kids, and unfortunately it was too late when we found them.
Yes, well, you should be proud that you were able to survive such an onslaught at all. We all saw the evidence on Jeremy's body. That's no small feat. God bless their souls. I wish they would have stuck around a little longer, but Sometimes it's just the way of the world. This armor here, you look, even for somebody of your size, light on your feet. Are you sure you're trying to wear something of this caliber?
Really? What about my lower half? No.
I can find you something that's maybe a little less cumbersome that, well, complements your figure a little more if you'd like.
Do you have some braces? Armor braces?
Yeah, we have bracers. That's not,
Yeah.
you looking for just purely ceremonial, or is it more of a, armored type?
Armored type?
Hmm. See, the problem with bracers, they're so small. They're wee, if you will, and, well, they don't really provide that much protection anyways. But the, that old hag, she's always trying to scout my business. What's her name? I hate to send you there, but, her name's Birdie. She runs a little cart around town. It's got some magical stuff.
Meet you there.
Perhaps something that, might, interest your eye a little bit, or, I will say, not much has interested my eye in such a long time.
Oh.
You know, whispering's not necessarily necessary.
Well, we're gonna go to the brothel tonight if you'd like to join us.
Ah,
Thank you.
fantastic. I like the sounds of that. Which
There's a
brothel
reason
are you
why.
talking about?
Ribald.
Oh, the Ribald. That's the best one. Classy folk. Adventurous, brave, strong, class, and like you two. I'll stop by. Maybe.
Call for us.
Hope to see you there.
You guys depart. She goes back to hammering. Ching! Ching! Anything else you want to do?
Oh, I call back. Beautiful eyes. Where could I possibly find somewhere for potions?
Potions.
Libations of the magical variety?
I see what you're saying. You're trying to, keep yourself upright.
All night.
Oh, boy. You're not sure if she's wiping sweat from work or if it's, excitement. Just trying to talk to fill in space here while I look for the one person
Any
that I put in
cool things about people?
here. I did
Oh,
put
about
somebody in
people?
here.
No.
No.
Nope.
We're all
We're-
losers.
We're all losers.
Five
I'm sure one
episodes.
time had to wear bottle glasses, the like soda can ones. The
Oh,
ones
really?
That were like 2 inches thick.
Don't make
but he
fun
was
of
like
that. I
only
had to wear
like
those at
6
boot
months
camp.
old, so it's not funny. Don't laugh.
I thought it was funny.
It was only 6
that.
months.
He still wears those.
I think your best bet would be probably Caden Sarker. Asimir fella. He works as like kind of tender to the gardens, but I think he dabbles in herbalism. He's quite a strapping young man. Works for the old tree toppers down by the gardens. Yeah.
Everyone in this town is just horny.
Grief brings out pheromones, and you just gotta get on it.
Pheromones.
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 For the loins. Yes! Pheromones for the loins.
She's living 20
Pheromones.
30, 20 over there.
That one's going in a coffee cup. You three are going
Yeah.
to.
Yes, sir.
That's
Um,
correct.
Fuck, dude.
Unequivocally.
Looking for Stanley.
Yeah, I'm looking for Stanley, and I don't remember what accent he had. I think he was
Russian.
Russian.
It was Russian.
Sex with
So
dead
Russian.
people.
Six with
There
dead
you go.
people.
There's your
You
trigger.
guys approach. You manage to find him. He seems elbow deep in his work. There are papers scattered all across his desk. And as he looks up, yes, I help you. Oh,
Help.
fantastic. How?
I kind of throw my bow and kind of look at it sadly.
Oh,
Her,
fascinating.
His bow snapped, and
I
it's.
can see that the string is.
I would,
just
I would
completely
usually
shot.
just go to, bow worker,
Yes.
but
Bowyers, they're called.
yeah, sure, I can't pronounce that very boyers. Could you help us? It's magical, and we'd like to keep it that way.
As much as I'd like to help you, I don't know how to repair per se. It is, I'm more of a scientist type, I will say there is one purveyor of fine magical artifacts in the city.
Is it the
she has a small cart. Her
Weird
name is
person.
Birdie.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
do that.
I figured.
Yes, short woman, 4 feet tall at the most, loves the color green. Cannot figure out why.
Well, that is a great. Thanks. We walked really far for that, so thanks.
I mean, if you just came from docks, it's not that far. Like, I don't know, when you are such a tall person,
Oh,
your stride is what,
true.
5 feet
Yeah,
long?
yeah,
Like,
you're right.
I
I don't know
what
why
we were
I'm
complaining about.
I don't
If we
either.
were on the actual HRC and turned around and looked at a chalkboard and he starts drawing things out, you really only had to walk.
As he
If you
does
had
that,
to
I'm gonna kind
stay-
of grab them and just sneak out.
Just
Wait,
keep
wait,
going.
Slowly.
I gotta stop you for a second and say,
Okay.
hold on. And I bring my book out and
Oh, I'm outside.
I want to rush back in real quick.
And if you're like, if you have an apex walk in
Six
an
of dead
optimal,
people. Six dead.
And I kind of like,
you should really be careful about how often you say that.
I do this and I'm like writing in my book. And then I write, Stanley, when we first met you, when we first arrived to town, you stated that sometimes in the science department you guys create creatures.
Yes, we have the ability to merge two creatures together. Yes, was pioneered by an old scientist of ours, but he had a little bit less ethical patterns.
I'm gonna kind of put my head in the door.
I write chimera question mark.
No, chimeras generally occur in nature. You put chicken's egg under toad. Oh, no, that's basilisk. They occur in nature unnaturally. You know what I'm saying? It's not creative. We put like monkey arms on giraffes. It's quite comical until they die. But they are lesser creatures than us. Who cares?
So you heard about our exploits, right?
Well,
and when I
no,
say-
nobody really knows what to call any of you.
Uh,
We call you by name, but that is about it.
But the point is-
I heard somebody in bar talking about Banshee Slayers, and I was like, that is so lame. You could do so much better.
Yeah,
But
we're not. Do you have
The
any?
Banshee Forest Purveyors. How about that? Why
Now
not
that we're
that?
on this topic,
Banshee Forest Purveyors.
do you have any ideas about that? There's only 3 of us here. We can decide this now.
No, at Banshee Forest Purveyors. I seen why not. Like, we have named forests after your exploits. Why could we not name you after the forest of your exploits? I see relationships here. I don't understand why you guys are
I
such
don't-
good friends.
I
Look
don't
how
like
bonded
that.
You are.
Alright, have you changed the subject?
Well, usually find a different book.
no, he's asking if you changed the subject on purpose.
Which subject?
The subject I brought up.
What subject was that?
Did you hear about what we accomplished?
No, I have not heard much about any of what you
Well, we
accomplished.
found and we slayed the Yagigama.
Yeah, no, we understand that. Is
So
there
now, do
anything
you
else outside of
believe
that?
in the Yagigama? Have you changed your mind on that?
Usually, most things can be explained with science.
Also, I just want to say, it was mostly me.
You should be incredibly proud of.
Very humble. Don't say
Look,
anything.
you see,
but-
okay, one of
It was
one
mostly
of your
him.
party,
I saw it too.
one of your party pulls
I love
vial out and hands half of it to me. I cannot remember who. I believe
That
it
was
the.
that was me.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you, yes. We have studied the effects of this moss. It is quite fascinating, and I'm not sure where you have found it, but I don't believe that it corroborates the existence of such a creature. However, and he kind of pulls out, and you can see he's pulling out like small, God damn it,
Like slides?
Slides, thank you.
Yeah.
Wet slides, and they're labeled. It appears that this moss can be fed and continue to grow. But the most fascinating fact, if you feed it to creature, they develop dark rings around their eyes, and it extends backwards towards their jawline and towards their hairline. It's very fascinating, and it seems to help abate glaucoma and also maybe improves vision during nighttime. It's quite fascinating. So perhaps, maybe,
What are the-
Yagigama,
Sorry, keep
but
going.
likely not.
So I was going to ask, do you still think that this is not a Yagigama?
I've never seen one.
Does this seem like a creature that your scientists could create in a lab?
What, the moss?
No, the Yagigama
Or the moss.
or the moss, yeah.
It is very unlikely. The condition, the burning that I saw in that boy is not consistent with any flames that I know, but what else do you call it? What do you call it when somebody's skin becomes so barky and solid? It is perhaps magnesium burns, but I would expect that to burn through the body quite quickly.
So have you changed your opinion on the Yagigama then?
No.
Why do you care about this man's opinion?
Yes, why? I mean, you are so intent on this. I don't understand. I have to agree with
Well,
your friend
for
here.
one, I thought it would be interesting to get the results of them studying the fungus or whatever it was, and two, I wanted to see if he had any other insight and possibly this being a creature that was created by spell or otherwise. I thought it was worth looking into.
I write in my book, is the moss safe to eat by humanoids? And have you noticed that the effects tend to last long? Are they a long-term thing, or do
It
they wear off?
seems temporary. Mostly we trial on rabbits and small capuchin monkeys that we have old ones that we don't care about anymore. They seem to respond incredibly well in dark places, and it was quite fascinating. One of the monkeys actually pulled pin on his cage in the middle of the night. Has never done it before, and we find him the next morning cowering on top of vessels.
Where do you guys do these tests at? I'd love
Mostly-
to see this lab.
Mostly upstairs. We have about 7 floors worth of laboratories divvied up
Oh,
along the halls.
geez,
It is
that's
quite a thing.
too much walking for me.
What?
Yeah.
I can tell you are a lazy man. It's totally fine.
Yeah, this size is upstairs.
I write in my book, did anyone happen to investigate the body of Jeremy and look at his skin?
We saw from respectful distances, yes, but no, it is frowned upon in our culture to desecrate the bodies of the fallen, regardless of what scientific pursuits may come of it.
Are you still creating hybrid creatures?
You're always creating new creatures.
What's the most dangerous one you've created?
We actually, very proud of this. We crossbreed cobra with badger. It is fascinating.
Cobraja?
We don't have a
we-
particular name for it. We called it Dave.
I don't think we need
Dave.
That's a particular name. We don't need to. I think we're done.
I think I've got all I wanted to ask out of the way.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Okay, well, you have a good day. If you have any further questions, please don't
Yeah.
hesitate to
Thanks
ask.
for the help, man. Bye.
Appreciate your insight.
Bye-bye.
You guys, I would say, are probably the first person to find Birdie. She is a hunched woman. She seems to have a severe case of either scoliosis or she just has terrible posture that has led her to
Does she have the walker pose?
yeah, basically
A huge
has
cyst
that
on
has
her
that
back.
like
Kyphosis.
S curve. Yeah, that S curve.
Years
Would you
of cartridging.
stop?
She's obsessed with licking her front paw.
Dude, she goes. I'll like stop her from one paw. She moves to the next one.
Yeah.
We'll stop her from that one. She goes back to the first one.
I don't know
I
what
licked
it
him,
is.
Toby.
Sounds like a rat.
She doesn't lick them. She like chews
She
them.
is only about 4 feet tall, and everything that she's wearing is some color of green. Long gray hair that falls down to the middle of her back. You kind of catch up to her. Yes, how can I help you?
I love the color of everything on you.
Oh, thank you, Sonny. It's so kind of you to notice.
You are welcome. I understand. I'm looking for maybe something, a bow or maybe some armor or a ring that has some sorts of magical powers.
Of course, I don't want to toot my own horn, if you know what I'm saying, but I happen to be the only purveyor of fine magical artifacts in this town. Let's see what I have. You said a bow?
So this is a bow or a ring or armor. Something that I can wear. I can wear spiked leather,
Oh,
heavy leather, but no
Yeah.
no
you
chainmail.
also wear those funky masks with the hole for the breathing. Is that your style? You look like that style. I'll see if I have something that fits you. And you see, she kind of like opens the lid of her cart, and it's more of like
Gas
a,
mask.
you know those like push grade. You go to the zoo
Only
and
if
you
it
see
has a
people like
ball.
pushing
Only if
ice
it has a
cream
ball.
around,
Yeah.
and they stop and they have like balloons and ice cream, and they can like, it's kind of like that. You see her reach in,
to breathe first.
and her arm goes down. It's only about a 2-foot box on wheels. Her arm goes down and then continues down, and you see she kind of like puts her torso in, and she starts like rummaging around, and you hear like a loud echoing cacophony of metal and
What a good word.
sliding things. It just sounds like somebody moving a ton of shit around. At this point, I would say you hear a call in the distance. As you turn around, you see Luca and Odette coming down the way towards you.
Konak!
Not right now, since you can come over and watch what's the beautiful lady in the green dress is doing. Give me 1 second.
What's her name?
Birdie.
The woman's name is Birdie, don't be rude.
Yeah, my name is Birdie. I'll be with you in a moment.
She's lovely.
There's cluttering and sounds as she pulls out a bow. And it has a very soft blue look to it. It seems to be emanating this blue color. It looks like a very dark cherry. It's like red. But every time like you try and focus on a different spot, you see this very gentle blue aura coming off the side of it. Let me pull up what that motherfucker is. This will be about the best that I have right now. What's your price range, if you don't mind me asking?
So I don't know if it would be in the interest of you to have it. It seems like you collect specific items. But
That's about correct.
but I can. I don't know what a bow like this actually costs. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not trying to rip you off. I don't know I don't know where the bow came from, and I don't want to insult you.
I appreciate your honesty and your upfrontness in this situation. I'll tell you that I've never ripped off a customer. That's the way you lose to competition.
Maybe the old lady's horny too.
Ooh, get up in those rags.
Yeah,
Seems like the old ones and the bugbears, the curlings, whatever they are.
This one,
Bagel women.
this one's gonna run you in the neighborhood of about 5,000 gold. But if that's a little too pricey for you, and you see her reach down, I also have these. And she pulls out a fletcher of arrows. They are very well made. They're crafted from some of the finest feathers you've ever seen. The fletcher that it's in is ornate and carved. It seems to be made of wood. The leather that's attached to it is very supple and very well maintained. 25 of them here, you see, and they'll cost you. This would be about 60 gold, if you'd like them. And wow, the serrated tips on these things, whew. They'll cut right through the heart of a demon in seconds.
So I'm going to thank you. I will buy the arrows off you. Unfortunately, I do not have the gold for the bow. I would love the bow, but
I understand. You young ones have to save for retirement, and you have so many other costs. It's fine. Most of my wares are more of a hobby of collection anyways.
Are we poor?
Yeah,
Like, are we considered poor?
No.
No, we got money.
You wanna see poor? Go look at bond stats. Well, actually, no. I give you guys a shitload of money. Never mind.
No, go look at Mim's stats
Yeah.
when he's, alive.
That.
so I'll buy the arrows from her, and then I'm
I
gonna
have
ask.
another set if you'd like. I have about 50 of these.
Do you know? I'll buy 2 from you.
She gives you both. They are +2 ammunition.
So what does that mean?
You can find it in your stat in the equipment
Plus
section.
They hit harder.
It's +2 damage.
Okay.
Ooh,
Dang.
plus on top of your damage that you already do.
Yeah, they hit harder.
Dude, knock that shit off. Stop going back to it.
She probably needs a Benadryl.
Yeah. it's
So I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna say,
halftime.
with these items, have you collected these over time, or is this something that you get
I've
from
been collecting for about 40 years on my own. My husband died young, you see, and well, this was more of his passion than anything else, but it sure is a lucrative business, if you know what I mean.
So I'm gonna ask, is there any things that you would need? Not that I'm trying to trade for the bow, but obviously if...
Well, I say, nobody's asked me a question like that in quite some time. Those days are behind me. I don't I appreciate your offer, but
No.
not quite into that anymore.
Granny.
There are
Got my
quite a
money, take your
few
broke ass home.
houses around here.
You are quite for that, or you're very nice on the eyes.
Oh,
You took that
little
was my
charmer.
compliment. But also,
Is this one with? Are you with these two lovely ladies right here?
these two ladies are going to talk to you next. But if you ever need any sort of favors, not sexually, but but favors as in you need something from a town over, and it's not.
I appreciate your lack of sexual uncomments. It's appreciated. Whippersnappers.
I'm gonna start running over to the armory. Actually, I'm
He's
gonna
This lady's crazy.
And how may I help you two,
Hi,
kind
Bertie.
ladies? Hello. What is your name? You know
Hi.
mine.
Yeah, my name is Odette.
I'm Luca.
Fascinating names. Where'd you
You
get
were-
those scars, young lady?
Everyone else.
It's a long
goes to
story.
shop to
I
Dark
bet.
time in my life.
Yeah, if you ever care to share such a story or tale, you know, Bertie likes a good yarn.
So you were referred to us by Joanne.
Ah, Joanne. Quite the lady.
Yeah, that'll happen his ass.
Exactly. You should go.
If I ever find myself in battle again, I would like to be more protected from what I have now.
I
Do you have
see.
anything that will be able to help me?
You look, lithe for such a large creature. Perhaps I have something for you. You see she turns back in and starts crawling into... There's a moment where her feet come off the ground.
I'm gonna try to grab her.
Is she
But
like a duck, Bobby?
Yeah, it's like trying to like get in there. She seems very stable, however. Like her feet do come off the ground.
She's
But you
used
see
to
her
it.
foot kind of grabs onto one of the wheels, and you see the toes. She's not wearing shoes. Her toes grab onto one of the spokes,
Heck
and
yeah.
you see as she kind of like leans in that
Monkey
little
toes
bit
right
further.
there.
I like totally picture it.
She kind of slips out and is holding a small ring in her hand. It's been a long time I've been carrying this ring. One of my first pieces, if you can believe it. Means quite a bit to me, if you know what I mean, but I try not to be too fond of my possessions.
I mean, if it's one of your first pieces, I understand.
Well, you seem like nice ladies. I could probably let this go for, let's say, 800 gold.
What exactly is it?
This here puppy makes it just that little bit harder to hit you. It's like, almost magically moves blades out of the way or causes an arrow to fly slightly off course. It's
So we're discussing
Now,
money.
whispering's totally fine. I understand. And how may I help
Plus
you
one, plus
three?
two.
You look so intent.
I am still holding my bow.
You have to do repairs.
I have to start lowering my prices for the customers around here. They seem to just give me referrals every day. Quite the case.
Okay.
Cool.
Are you
Just
sure?
the both
Yeah,
in.
You're like just a few
Yeah,
minutes
yeah,
away.
just to
I mean,
repair.
You have a bow. What do you
Totally,
mean?
that's rich.
Oh, a broken string. That's so terrible. Such a fine piece of... It's a bow of warning. Oh, such a great way. I'm sure you've been without for quite some time at this point. It's such a terrible thing. I apologize, dear. I hope you didn't have too much trouble with this being broken. And you see as she's talking, she starts leaning in. I think it's... Got it! Ah, there it is. And you see she pulls out a brand new bowstring. This is one of my finest. 10 gold.
Does that only take a standard bowstring?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Any bowstring could have done
Oh,
fine.
damn.
too.
That's good to know for future reference.
What was it, 700?
So, of a cart.
It is a cart. It's a mighty fine cart built by my husband, Arthur.
Oh.
He's quite the man. Well, was quite the man. He's passed since.
Have you
Yeah,
outgrown
I
your
wouldn't
cart by
have to.
chance?
Say again.
Have you do you ever outgrow your cart? That seems like not a lot of room for someone who's got all this.
Oh no.
Maybe it's just bag holding in there.
I mean, I'm sure she's got like
Box
20.
holding.
But,
Yeah.
okay.
Card holding.
You have your money.
I was
mean-
just
Oh.
Wait,
curious.
hold on. So, off game. So what exactly is this?
It's a ring of protection. It gives you a +1 to your AC.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yep.
We would like to buy the ring, please, for 800 gold.
Absolutely. Let me go ahead and very quickly ring.
Well, we have a dual income.
Ring protection.
Oh, true.
Yeah. She takes the gold from you. I appreciate your business, and I hope it serves you very well in the future. You
I will
should
take
stay
very good
safe.
care of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I'm sure my late husband would be happy that I was able to give it to such a fine young couple.
We will give it love and care.
Of course, of course. And if you ever feel like sharing those stories with old Bertie, well, you don't know where to find me, but I'll be around.
I will.
By
And how are you?
oops, sorry.
So,
Go ahead.
what was that, dear?
By any chance, I love instruments. Do you have anything of instrument variety for music?
Are you a bard? Is
I
that it?
am.
Oh, I have always loved you rascals.
You
I say,
rascals.
I'll play your song anytime.
I don't know, personally, I don't have any kind of musical instruments. However, there is a college not far from here. If have you ever been to Cedar Gatling? It's quite the town. There's a college out there. It says they have at least 3 of the instruments of lore, if you will, from the different colleges. Check it out sometime. Fascinating place,
Gatling?
Cedar Gatling.
City of Gatling.
Cedar Gatling,
Oh, Cedar Gatling.
which would trigger the fuck out of you because that's where you're from.
Triggered immensely. Yep. I'm triggered. Fuck.
Do we notice her
This bowstring.
triggeredness?
Make an insight check.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Make a deception check.
I make the sound of arrows whizzing, and I kind of like.
Please try to get higher than a natural 20.
I'm actually fresh out of any kind of magical
Nine.
ammunition. did you?
I got that 20.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Poker face on fleek.
11.
Wow, you were so close. That young lady, Satyr, I believe she is, not far from here. Maybe just on the corner there of Ash Street, on the other side. You might be able to find a Fletcher by by the name of Clara. She works with Santiago, and well, they're a great team, if you know what I mean, and they create quite some fine pieces of ammunition.
Okay.
Well, that's
Why
good.
did she want to
Good,
sell
good.
him ammunition, but not me ammunition?
It's good.
She was
had-
there for that. Oh,
she
she said she had like
You said
50.
you should 50.
She had 50, you took both.
Oh, I thought you meant like
Oh,
50.
yeah, I thought
like.
50.
No, 50
Oh, okay,
arrows.
okay. I thought you meant like
Yeah.
50
It's
like
sets of 25.
bundles.
Yeah,
okay.
Two
Gotcha.
bundles.
Okay.
So my ring doesn't work. It doesn't add the one until I'm attuned to it, right? Okay.
I think, right?
Yeah,
Protection
it
requires
doesn't
attunement?
add one until I attune it.
Takes a short rest of you focusing on it in
Okay.
its arcane capacity.
Okay,
I pay her 10 gold.
Fascinating. She appreciates
Birdie's
the
making
temple.
bugs.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Yeah, Birdie, you're looking lovely, by the way, I have to say.
Oh, well, your
The
other
green
friend
is
tried
your
that
color.
quite earlier, and I have to say, while I am flattered, these young lines, I use moisturizer every day, see, but
I believe
it's
it.
not quite my forte to be exploring the devil's fruit these days.
Oh.
I don't think you've
Got
ever
the
tasted
devil's
my
fruit.
devil's fruit before, then.
Anyhow, how can I help you? Give me a
I was
start.
wondering if maybe you had a bit of an upgrade on my armor here. And I open up my robes and I show her my studded leather armor.
I see.
Do you have anything that might be a bit of an upgrade? And
I have to say that studded leather is quite nice. It's
It's a few years out of fashion, but it is very high quality.
I would say your robes are a few years out of fashion. However,
Those two.
if I had been from the Dantar Desert, I might think that those might be more traditional.
I'm not concerned with tradition.
You see, she kind of like opens up the slat and pulls this binder out from the top of the cart, immediate underside. And she opens up. She starts flipping through it. Let's see, you're you're a spellcaster of some sort. That is.
Yes, that's very true.
All right. Well, let's see. We don't want to weigh you down too much.
That's very true. I like to be agile.
You could always try to wear a hide, but, well, I just think, frankly, it won't do you as well. I think it'd be a little too stiff in the joints, if you know what I mean. And she says that, she stretches her arm and goes,
Woo! Are you okay?
just stiff in the joints, if you know what I mean.
Would you like me to help you loosen up?
No! Oh. No, your friend has tried that, and I
Good lord, kid.
appreciate it. Is there anything else that
I think we're good on that note.
Fascinating.
Why are you trying to be such a cockblock?
This ain't
Cock
time.
block.
Oh God,
Well,
giving her horrible word.
You're teaching Guanapo
time
new shit,
here
buddy.
is well
Guanapo's gonna
spent.
have to learn the world
And I,
someday. I'm just
at this
helping
point,
further him along.
The sun has moved pretty much to its highest point.
So have we been 3 hours out?
Coming up with, oh wow, I don't have to ask for them anymore. They just start showing up.
Drinking faster than you're breathing.
I saw you put down an empty one, so I was just like, well, I'm grabbing.
So
We should probably make our
we should
way
probably
back.
true.
Yeah, it's
Right,
probably
Bob?
about that time,
Yeah.
unless you
Yeah,
want to
I
run
think
to
we
the
should.
I'm running to the
armor. Okay.
Good luck, little boy.
Anybody have anything else they
I
want to
wanted
attend
to
to?
get arrows, and then you wanted to get potions, and I wanted potions.
Yeah,
too.
but I don't want to
Well,
miss
we can
out
do
on
it
the 3 hours.
after.
I'll do it
It's
after.
almost been 3 hours.
I would say you two start heading back. You three are going to the Fletcher.
Yeah.
And you're going to the armor. Okay.
I would like to make my way back. If you're comfortable, Guanapo, chilling.
I would love to look after
You
Bonobo.
will leave him with Nabuntosh, but you won't leave him with us.
I'm sorry, you're not actually.
You're
right.
not.
I would say
You're-
right hear this because
I-
I'm.
I,
For this
in
conversation.
my
have-
spirit,
As
we're
a matter of
outraged.
fact-
I am outraged.
I'm gonna kind of take Guanapo to the side and just be like, are you comfortable just hanging out in the Boontosh?
And I'm just over there like.
Cockblock.
If not, I will completely hang out, but I have something I need to get done.
How much time do we have left to get to her? Like, where are we at on our burn time?
So
You're
We're
pretty
close.
much like the sun has moved up to almost at zenith, and at this point you feel like you don't have much time left to get to Joanne before she.
Will the shops open at a normal time the next day?
I mean, it's
Are they back to business as usual?
yeah, it's business as usual, but I mean, Joanne, whatever she has to say may not take all day, and there may be some reasonable shopping time afterwards.
Okay, sure. Alright, let's just go back then.
I just wanted to make my way back to Joanne, so we had some.
Okay.
done.
Are you still heading to the armor?
I guess I'll go with you then.
Okay. It's hot and sweltering as you enter. The tiefling in front of you has massive biceps, huge triceps, built shoulders, but she turns and looks at you. A dark one. I like it. What are you doing later?
So horny.
Whole town.
The whole town's
Listen,
Except for Birdie.
everyone in the town has this obsession with me, and I don't get it.
Tall, dark, and handsome. Who could ask for more?
You have very nice biceps, I have to
Tart-
say.
I've worked incredibly hard on these bad boys.
Myself, it's the smacking and the doing and the
smacking,
jumping
this
and the
is-
putting on the armor.
This is
and
more of
the-
an artwork than you could ever understand. It's not just smacking or getting dressed up in silly clothing. I actually work for a living, and if you ever run into a haystack with me, I'll put
You
your
are
body to work
independent, and
too.
I am not here to tell you any difference. I did not come here to argue about how sexy you are. I came here to buy armor, let's be honest.
There's no arguing how sexy I am.
Okay, so this is the
What kind of
conversation
armor are you
goes.
looking for?
Well, you can see I have the painting or the leather, the dye on the leather of my armor is nice, but I'm looking for something, for some, an upgrade, I guess you could say.
What are you wearing right now?
See, I'm not wearing dick. I don't think I'm not wearing good shit at all. But let me see. I was just about to check that, and then I was looking at how the arrows work if I have to attune them. I'm literally wearing basic leather light armor.
Cool.
Oh gosh, that cracked me up.
What are you proficient with medium armor?
That's
That's a question I should have for you.
I know. I think it is. So I'm proficient with light and medium armor.
Right. Well, I mean, since we both know there's no point in arguing how sexy I am, I think we could definitely stand to have a conversation about how sexy you are in that clampy leather armor you're walking around in. However, well, I do have quite a bit of better armor for you if you'd like. I have some armor that looks like it's made of the scales of several different types of fantastic fish. It's called scale mail. I also have this fancy chain shirt. I believe you're part of that rogue group that went into the Banshee Forest. Is that correct?
Does I know how to shoot a bow and?
Totally not what I asked, but
As I shoot to kill, yes, I am part of the group.
and she pulls out a set of chainmail. It's extremely nice. It takes quite a bit to manufacture something like this. But if you're more looking for, the chain shirt kind, I have something a little bit shorter.
So I've been traveling a lot. I don't know if lots of the things around here are very expensive, and it's not to say that I'm cheap, but I don't have the most money, so.
Her blue eyes kind of narrow at you. You're not trying to pull a fast one on me, are ya?
There's no fast one. I don't want you to think that I'm trying to cheap you out, or that you show me something nice and I say no. So that's what I'm saying.
Well, I'm glad you're not a cheap date. This chainmail shirt here, it probably costs you around 200 gold. If you're really looking for it.
What's the difference between the scale and the chain?
The scale's a little bit better, if you would, but I do believe it's a wee bit noisy. Are you gonna say anything?
That was great.
As he ponders.
A wee daft lamb? What's the matter with you?
What does that mean when you say noisy?
If I had to put it into the quantification mechanics of a game that you would play around the table with a bunch of your friends, I would say it would put you at disadvantage if you wanted to stealth somewhere. But that's not quite what I would call it, you see.
Am I able to know, based on talking to an NPC, how much of an armor difference it's actually going to make?
Scale mail would give you a slightly better, one more than a chain shirt would at this point. But you would be at disadvantage.
No sneaky for you.
So if you rolled a 20 and then a 2, it would be 2.
Oh, this is decision
I
time.
have really good stealth.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yeah.
Good stuff.
I can roll a 1 and
I have
still get it.
killer stealth, so it's a chance I'm gonna roll a 2 on the first roll anyway.
But this one you have to take the lower.
I know, I have to take the lower of the 2. It's okay, I have to take you up on the chainmail. You've talked me into this.
Yeah, you want the chain
Is this
mail or you would like the shirt?
Is there a difference?
Oh, the shirt's a little bit shorter and may not have quite as much protection as the mail.
Zabla takes the mail.
Fascinating. Go ahead and, I'll throw in a nice tartan for it while you're at it. Does black suit you well? It looks like it suits you well. She, reaches over and grabs, a dirty black tartan that looks like it probably was worn earlier. Throws it at you. Now, about your payment. 200.
Pay her the 200.
Takes 200. Folds up the chainmail politely, places it in front of you. Hope you enjoy that shirt, and if you ever feel like coming back here and learning a thing or two,
About smacking.
I'll show you.
I do appreciate all of the offers that you have given me today. I have somewhere to be, but maybe I will come back. Apparently there's something going on at one of the bars around here tonight.
Oh, there's actually going to be quite the feast, and then, to help relieve the anxiety, it's actually going down at, it's going to be a fight, more of a friendly bout of physical competition. It's going to be happening at the Con Long Hall. quite a fancy place, but there's going to be a ring, and maybe I'll see you out there.
Maybe you will. I appreciate your help. Thank you so much.
Have a good one, handsome.
And I'm just gonna break an arrow and then give it to her.
Break an arrow?
Just break not one of my 2+ arrows.
I paid some good money for that shit.
One of the crap
And then
here.
I'm gonna give her my arrow back. This is something for you to remember me by.
Ooh.
Why don't you? And then I just nick it on like whatever I can find. Why don't you fix the tip of this? And then
Just
I
the
walk
tip?
out. Just the tip. And then I'm gonna walk out.
That was beautiful.
I think that's the first
Damn.
time
That
I
was
actually responded to some flirting.
Damn.
But in such a legit way.
You leave.
We're all just
The rest of you have
horny for Goodfellow.
come back to the
It's gonna be the
eyeball.
title of this episode.
Horny for
It opened with dead people, so
Oh.
you guys appear
Somber.
relaxing in the lounge of the Ribald. You sit around patiently. A couple minutes go by as you slowly filter in to a mostly complete party. Joanne appears at the end of the hallway. Looks down. If you would come with me. She leads you to an office that you've been to and an office that you've been to.
Nice.
Time out. Chain shirt or chain mail did you give me?
She gave you chainmail.
Because chain mail's heavy. I can't wear heavy.
You're right. I'm sorry. It was a chain shirt. Go ahead and add 50 gold. I got that confused. I've been drinking.
I just wanted to make sure I didn't add it to that.
little bit.
Chain shirt. Go ahead and add 50 gold back to your inventory. Sorry. I was having too much fun flirting with you.
You could give me the armor and I could just wear it as a
Just
man.
I can just
Since
wear
you
it.
took away 2 of my attacks. It's no big deal.
Oh, 2 attacks you didn't have.
5E took away 2 of the tags.
Yeah, 5E took away.
She leads you in. The room is very comfortable. There is a chase lounge in one corner. It has some, like the velvet material that it's made out of is very beautiful. It's a rich purple. There are some sections of it that appear to be a little lighter. And
Do we
well
want to sit
worn.
there?
Nasty.
Yeah, that kind of like, if I UV'd this,
At this point, I'm
I
happy
wouldn't
I'm a
be
horse
happy.
and can't sit in chairs.
yeah, it's a very pleasant, wonderful feeling of like I could sleep standing up if I wanted to. The paintings on the wall all seem to be of different women. Each of them not exposed, but none of them are wearing clothes either.
I'll whisper to Guanpo. Draw me that one.
Can you describe it for me?
It is of a woman sitting by a river. Her back is turned, similar to most of the pictures. You get a lot of backside portraits
They're
here.
like tasteful,
Tasteful nudes.
artful.
Tasteful.
nudes.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of butt cheek, not a lot of genitalia.
Okay.
There is a small picnic basket next to her, and there is an apple that has a bite taken out of it.
Oh.
As a river charmingly flows in the background.
Can I try and paint it while we're sitting there?
Go ahead and make a performance check. The rest of you are let in. She sits at a small oaken desk. It looks extremely well worn. It is seen more than in what you can understand in this moment. More time than Joanne's probably been alive. This desk has been in use by different members of society. She sits down, presses her fingers together. So, you, I apologize. Let me close the window quickly.
Yes! Beautiful.
You perhaps are interested in helping a lowly servant of the people such as myself. Is that correct?
Depends
Correct.
on what it is and how much it pays.
Well, payment, I probably wouldn't handle myself. I'll tell you that honestly. My brother, he's a strange one. He was accused of a string of murders several years ago, but I don't believe in my heart of hearts that it was him. Now, he lives in death, as I said earlier. That Scottish accent is sticking around.
He lives
here.
in what?
Quindeth.
I thought that was her sister's name.
Mm-mm. It's her brother who lives in Quindeth.
Oh,
You
yeah.
said
Okay,
sister.
yeah, you said her sister.
Did I say
Sister
sister?
was
Sister.
Quindeth.
Yeah.
You said, yeah, sister
I'm gonna
Chrissy,
watch this on
twin death.
replay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It said sibling.
You
No,
said
you said sister
Quindeth,
Quindeth.
her sister.
Yes,
Yeah.
you did.
I
Wouldn't,
remember
if I
it
got a
that way.
chain shirt from basic
you.
leather armor,
So
wouldn't
it's
my armor
a
class
brother
go?
that lives.
It's a
in-
brother that lives in a city
It
called
didn't.
Quindeth.
Okay.
We all wrote it,
Depends.
all three of us.
Some of those armor.
But
I'm
I
just
wrote
gonna say
Christy, not
women
Max
happen to write it
so
that
if you're
way.
already at that
Yeah.
armor, you won't set me up higher than that. That's
It's
my issue with fan is he can't wear
it's a
shit for armor.
roguish town.
Stupid.
I don't quite know how to say it any other way, but if you'd be willing to help me, it seems that they've had a string of murders of their own, and they don't have any kind of law enforcement of their own. My brother is being accused. That's what I'm saying.
Based off his past history,
Exactly.
supposedly, allegedly.
But I'd quite appreciate it if you would investigate it. Perhaps lend your aid, your skills to the situation.
I can't
Discreetly.
speak for everyone here, but I can tell you that I'll be glad to take on this journey. That sounds like a lovely place that I'd love to explore.
She reaches out gently and caresses the side of your cheek. Why have I never noticed you before?
I don't leave much of an impact on people. Not.
Showing.
Not quite sure what that
Try to
is,
conceal a
but-
boner.
Would you, however, in return, help us out a little bit?
Well, I will always lend my aid however I can, but I cannot promise what you're necessarily looking for.
I think that one thing that we're still a little curious about is that character Shiraz, or whoever named himself as such. And you knowing the whole town and the people in it, I'm thinking you'd probably make quicker work of it than we would. So perhaps while we do this, you might do a little background check.
It's not in my nature to be divulging the ongoings of the council, but I will tell you that I must leave Goodfellow. I have an important journey to make to a particular city that I think you two are oddly familiar with.
I don't know what you're
I
talking
know you're
about.
talking about.
I would
course.
like to know what you're talking about.
What
I
city
cannot
are you talking
say
about?
much further, other than we are on a diplomatic mission, one of grave importance. Otherwise, I would handle this myself.
What do we get out of it?
My brother, he may pretend to be one of the poorest members of this town that you will find, and she kind of draws out a map, not draws, but like pulls out a map and like points to it. There is an unmarked location on this map, which is surprising based on the amount of information that is on the map. Looking at it, you would think that if there was a town that her brother lived in, being this member of a council, maybe it would is
Be
unmarked.
on the map? Okay.
And she
Unmarked.
shows it to you. It's about a 3-week travel from here,
Damn.
um,
On foot.
on foot.
This is no small task.
North,
you're
south,
asking of
east,
us.
west. Well, not too far east.
I don't know. It is roughly northwest of you.
Okay.
And she points it out and gives you directions down
Other side of the
what's
mountain
called
range
the
or not?
Earthbound Road. It is on your side of the mountain range that follows
Okay.
up the spine of what is now known colloquially as the Banshee Forest. The conversation comes to a calling point. What was your question specifically? I can't remember.
If she could find us information on Shiraz, or the creature calling himself Shiraz.
Like I said, I am on a diplomatic mission. I have to leave. I would handle this myself, but I cannot. So I am asking for your help, and in return, when I return, your questions may have more answers than when I departed.
Guanapo looks up from his painting and says, Guanapo, brother?
I'm not sure quite what you are asking.
He pulls out his book.
I think
What's
she's.
your brother's name?
Yeah, I think he's asking what your brother's name is.
My brother's name.
I speak Guanapo.
It is
You
fair.
actually did get that.
He said his sister's name was Queen Death.
Yeah.
Queen Death.
That's where he lives.
His name is Lucas.
Lucas and Lucas.
He's a very capable young man. He's younger than I am. These years slip by us so quickly, and
How old are we talking?
I'd second that.
I wouldn't say that 27 is very old, madam.
quite the charm, honestly.
Look at you pulling out the charm.
I write in my book,
Matthew's
You're
penis
speaking-
grows 5 inches.
Four and a
Make me
half.
laugh right now. I've
oh
had
my god.
6 beers, alright? I don't need to laugh right now.
Just to you, just to make you feel more comfortable, I write in my book, you're speaking very vaguely. Are you afraid that there are
Speaking
prying ears or prying eyes? Listening ears, prying?
Darling, of course there are prying ears. You are young, are you not? Perhaps too young to know the touch of a woman. Perhaps we can change that. But
I
He
don't.
kind of scratches his head and looks at you sideways.
I don't think
Not
Guanapo
being
speaks language of the ladies.
however, in my line of work,
At least, yeah.
I am not only, I'll tell you this, I'm not only the main purveyor of the Ribald Conclave, but, or Concord? Conclave? Concord? Can't remember.
Conclave. I think.
Conclave.
I think so as well.
Ribald Conclave. I am also our foremost expert in espionage.
Coalition.
Coalition?
Yeah.
Ribald Coalition? I'm also the foremost expert on espionage in the city, as I have access to information that would be difficult to acquire in situations other than romantically.
This is why I sought you out. I figured you, of all people, would have the most information
You're
on the
not
comings
wrong.
and goings.
You aren't. But cannot speak on the subject at this point in time. And I apologize.
Is there anyone in town that we should avoid?
Everyone has their secrets, darling.
Amen.
That was
Oh,
very
weird.
bad.
If you don't mind, I have a business proposal.
As soon as you say this, there's a knock on the door. And a rather large ogre pokes his head in.
Jesus.
My lady, situation room 313. Perhaps you could assist. If you would pardon me for just one moment, I will be right back. Please.
You need help, just holler at me.
Jesus.
Come
And
on, Dan.
I'll
Wow.
cough over the
Wow.
Perfect timing.
Wow.
I have to pee so bad I can't hold it,
too.
dude. I gotta go.
Are we on
Oh.
break?
Are we taking a break?
It's
No. You
17:20.
guys talk amongst yourselves
We
about
could
whatever the
take a
fuck you
break.
want.
It is
I have
break.
to pee too. I'm gonna
Okay.
pee.
Are we going to break?
It's
And
yeah,
we'll
it's
go to
you.
break.
We are going to
And
break.
we're going to break. I love you guys. Sorry you can't see me. I love you. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
2, 3, 1.
Is it
Enjoy the video.
Yes.
At one point in her life, she had 11 toes. Then she ate one. Her name is Christy. She'll be painting art.
welcome back. Our bladders are empty. Hope yours are too. Get some new frosty brews. Just before the break, actually, during break, we got to see a nice little video from Baby Pink Cactus. Follow her on YouTube and Instagram now. She's a local friend and family of ours. Does great work. A lot of the paintings, I don't know if you can see that octopus behind me. There's a lot of things around the house that actually, or this office, that she's done amazing work. Studio. Follow her. Why not? Just before the break, we had gone shopping. Most of us had found the things we were looking for, some of us not. You had made your way back to the Ribald Coalition. I will remember that now, since I made it up. Coalition.
I double checked.
Oh.
It is the Ribald Coalition, where you had conference with.
So is the Touch.
Go ahead. Who told you about her brother Lucas?
By the way, I rolled a 19 on that painting.
Exceptional. You managed to trace out almost every line on it. The details aren't there, but it's a really good start, and like you feel like from looking at it, you probably fill in the details later. Joanne comes back into the room. She kind of pulls her hair back a little bit. I apologize. Snowball is. That said, where were we?
Good lord.
Did she wipe her lip a little bit?
Yes, my brother, of course.
His name was Lucas.
Lucas, and he is, well,
Lucas.
I'd rather not say. I trust you. I feel that is true. Are you going back to the hotel, or are you not interested in any of those going-ons that's going on at the
I
hotel?
don't go to the hotel.
Okay. He is what is known as an outlaw in these lands. He ran from his punishments, and staying in touch with him has been difficult over the years. However, I cannot help but love my brother, and I don't believe that he is responsible for whatever has been going on.
Is he an outlaw here or
He's an outlaw everywhere.
there?
Darling, do you know what an outlaw is?
Different jurisdictions, you know, it's
At this point, anyone can kill him
okay.
and not be tried in a court of law.
Alright, in my book, you claim that you don't think he murdered, but what did he actually do something?
He was, how to put it, in the wrong place at the right time. And the officials of the town were eager to
Pass the blame.
conclude their investigation. And, well, similar to Jeremy, he didn't have the best reputation with the law at the time. So it was kind of an easy setup. Other than that, no, I don't believe that. Was he troubled? Yes. Was he not the best person? Difficult to work with? Stubborn? Ornery? Of course. My father wasn't the best person either. And unfortunately, he received more of the brunt of that than I did. If you would be so kind as to assist me with this matter, I will be forever in your debt.
What is the exact
Yeah, so we need
Goal
to
for
go
him.
to
you
Rose
Quindeth.
Quindeth
Twin Death? We're gonna go talk to your brother.
and find out who murdered these people.
Start
And
investigating
you want us
on
to
your own.
you want us to solve the crime to get him innocence?
Do what you can. I don't know what is within your capacities, but I will tell you that the majority of people within Quindeth are not the most pleasant group. And
So if we find out it was your brother, do you want us to just walk away?
To be honest,
if he actually committed the crime, then I believe he should be punished. Yes, but
Okay.
it is likely that He did not, from my experiences.
So if we find the proof that he's innocent, will this town accept that truth?
This is a totally different crime, my love. It is, he's being accused of murder again, and thus far has been able to avoid the clutches of retribution, but I do not believe that will last much longer.
Well, do you want us to just grab him and bring him back to you?
Whatever you feel is prudent when you arrive.
Okay.
I can't say.
Alright, what does he look like? How do we find him?
Also a half-elf.
Do you have a picture?
He would be, I do not have a picture. The technology, photography is rather new and quite pricey.
Oh, I was thinking of more of a
painting,
painting.
oil,
I don't keep family
maybe
paintings
watercolors.
around. Tall, short hair the last time I saw him. Well built, but not overly heavy. Green eyes, brown hair. Handsome in his own right.
When was the last time you saw him?
15 years ago now.
So the hair length might have changed. Okay.
It's always possible.
Any scars or birthmarks
Quite
anywhere on
scarred.
his body?
But I believe that, from what I know of Quindet, telling you about his scars would not tell you much to single him out.
Any pieces of jewelry or family
What,
heirlooms?
what age,
He has
perhaps?
quite a bit of stash unless he's completely squandered our father's inheritance. He should have quite a large sum of money, but don't let that one.
Anything like a family ring?
I don't know if he would wear it. He should be about somewhere in his early 40s.
What race is he?
Half elf.
I am a half elf. He would assumably also be a half elf or full elf
Could be
or
adopted.
human.
Don't look at me like that.
Adoption is not quite the policy.
So he
Quite
was a
bad.
half elf at least 15 years ago. I know that.
We can go do this for you, but what are we getting?
Ask him. He is the one who requested help from me. You are the help that I am
Freaking.
sending. He is the one to negotiate with.
So
That's
we,
fair.
doing this-
If he's as wealthy as
you wanna do it?
Joanne says, I think it's probably worth it.
Would you be able to send him another letter telling him that we will be heading in his direction?
Maybe hold off on that. How long is it gonna take a letter to get there? We might want to delay that.
Hold on. How far
3 weeks.
can I send my paper bird?
Continuous. As long as it's on the same plane of existence as you.
Alright, I would like to. I have this thing called paper bird, and I could send notes. Should I send one to him?
I would.
All I needed is his name.
It's a very useful skill.
Let's not do that quite yet.
Okay.
Let's speak it out, I guess.
Are you staying for the evening then?
Yeah, I would like to talk to you about a business situation, since you are of such high power around here. If you don't mind just sparing an hour for me tonight.
Of course.
You can
I
listen.
can, for those who are helping me, I
You
can
can.
spare all sorts of time.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Maybe
Is there
I'll
survive
anything,
that.
any
Maybe
of
longer.
excitement or anything
course.
that we can do this evening?
Yes, the Khans are holding a post-burial ceremony. We are more into the celebration of life once the immediate mourning is over, and there will be quite festive drinking, some music, perhaps even a fighting ring. I heard if you would like to participate in things of that nature.
Excellent.
I'm gonna walk. Are you guys inside the tavern or in the?
They're in Joanne's office at this point.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk in and find out where Joanne's office is. I'm gonna ask somebody.
Yeah, there's a large ogre. He's big to you. As far as ogres go, he's pretty small. And he's kind of like standing at the entryway to the hallway. You walk up to him and ask him, and he's like, Benji, down the hall, 4 doors on the left.
Thank you. I appreciate this. So I'm gonna walk in, and I'm going to ask.
You
I'm gonna-
rap on the door,
yeah.
open it.
I'm just gonna open it.
No, open it. The door opens as you are all standing there, and in the doorway is Konak.
And I'm going to ask. Not that we've done what we've needed to do. I don't know what you guys have been saying in this
No.
room, right? So I'm gonna ask. I'm like, you as an elf, have you seen elves that travel around here? Mercenary elves.
Quite demanding on an entrance.
What interest of it is to you?
So I'm looking for some mercenary elves that hang out in what is now the Banshee Forest, where I've been looking and tracking them. We found a golden elf, but this is not one that I'm looking for.
I heard of this golden elf.
Yeah, he has a hard on for me.
I'm sure many
Hard
people
on.
do.
Yeah, seriously, then this town.
I will say that one of my sisters at the contending businesses, if you will, she hosted a group of elves recently. Apparently mercenary types. They seem to have made their way by ship to an unknown destination. What interest is it of you?
Because I'm looking for these elves.
But
They are old friends.
you realize it is incredibly dark in this room, do you not? It is not daylight.
I know what the light is like in here. Thank you
Are
for
you-
telling me.
We're all here
Drow.
for this, right?
Is that
Yeah,
Yeah.
is that it? Are you a drow?
I do not like to take off the cloaks and the goggles. What is it to you? I don't ask you why you dress the way you do.
It's pretty obviously why I dress the way that I do.
I don't see the reason why.
I do.
You seem a little cold as you ask me. It seems that maybe
You think these are cold?
I think
I
that's,
would venture to say that you have not been with many of my kind.
you are the elf, so
Ha.
Seriously.
I've been with
Stop,
W.
just
Well,
Let's say-
she offered us a job.
That was
I've been with W, but I appreciate your time, and I will talk to your sister, and only good wishes to you and all of the people in this town.
the Velvetier, if you are so inclined.
Thank you. And I'm just gonna kind of turn around and say, I will see you guys. I heard.
She also has a job. If you want to come with us, see you soon.
I'm just gonna walk out, and I'm gonna start making my way to this event.
Okay.
Shall we maybe perhaps go our separate ways and meet here tomorrow morning, say just after twilight? Dusk? Dawn.
What are you guys doing for the night?
We're gonna go look for a herb guy.
Like university.
Can Guanapo go with you guys?
Of course.
Guanapo
He,
can find us anywhere.
Probably doesn't want to stick around here. He's got lots of. If you find a cool painting, let him copy it or something.
Guanapo, do you want to come with us?
The Boon Times, you can just follow me. Why don't you just run out the room and just start following me?
Sorry, I just.
Did I miss something?
Nabuntosh is a little weird. I don't.
Do I hear them?
It just.
He's an elephant. I don't imagine he's great at
He's an
whispering.
elephant. He's probably not great.
It's a
at
whisper.
hear him?
I got my whole ear
Can I
flapped
hear him?
around.
Oh, there you go!
Make a perception check. Make a stealth check.
Perception.
What'd you get?
Oh, come on.
Oh.
Figure out what you got first and then we can
20.
get to the back.
I also got a 20.
Rock, paper, scissors. No, roll again.
Higher natural number?
You son of a. No, that ain't how that.
Roll a
fucking goes
d6.
down. Let you
Me?
go.
3 and below, he hears it. 4 and up, he doesn't.
2.
Damn it.
It stings a little.
I walk out of the room and go to the bar.
Okay. You see the
I'm sorry.
coattails of Konak as he's leaving.
I feel bad.
The bartender happily polishing his glass. Seems to be that every bartender we've met thus far
Just polishing the
is
glass.
always polishing his glass.
I'm always looking to polish my glass too, if you know what I mean.
Hey, I thought it's a great time waster.
Right, exactly.
Never feels wrong, if you know what I mean.
No, it feels very right.
It feels so right.
So what are you up to tonight?
Everyone forgot about it.
Well,
What time do you
I didn't forget about
get off?
something. I keep saying.
could be off
do you
whenever
do?
you say.
Hey, I'm free all night.
That's it. I do have to work till
What are you talking about?
Okay.
I remember stuff.
Maybe
from
I'll
last
find
time,
you
that's what
after,
you're talking about.
Yeah, if I'm alone at the end of the
Steal it.
night and you're
Yeah.
alone at the end of the night, we can be
So,
together.
whatever.
What kind
Yeah, I remember
of
that,
drink
don't
can
you
I
worry.
get for a 2 glass of water?
I'm
Lucky?
just making it natural.
I
I'm not
would
gonna
like
rush.
the
Just because
hottest
Devin
drink
knows
you've
doesn't mean
got.
Bonfo knows yet.
So hot.
They're just missing this glorious exchange.
I love that I get to flirt with everybody at the table.
Right.
It's the one thing I do exceptional.
Oh.
What was I saying? Where were we going? Yes. You two. You three. Off to the herbalist. Joanne quite generously walks over and pats the couch that looks of questionable cleanliness.
Did it go down there? No.
Do you stay to talk to Joanne?
I do.
Okay. Any conversation you want to have with her, we'll have between us two.
Yes, sir.
You three
Singing nothing.
find where specifically where are you going?
A little bumping grand. The garden.
You told us
The
that's
garden,
well, you told
yes,
them that's where you
yes,
can
yes,
find
yes.
healing.
I'm looking
stuff.
for an ashmere.
Yes, an Asimir.
Ashmere.
And he works for a company called Tree Toppers. It
Tree
doesn't
Toppers.
take you very long. What's he? I can't remember what the hell he's called. He's an Asimir. Let me try and find him this way. Nope. Tree Toppers. Nope. Sorry. Bear with me here. Wow.
Ooh, excuse me.
That was beefy is what it was.
Burp.
She always makes
That was
noises.
Debbie.
Any other facts about people?
No, you go ahead and
Yeah.
Do a Luna fact.
No.
Yeah,
Go
Luna.
adopt a pitbull. That's a Luna fact. She's a pitbull who makes
Snores
weird
very
noises, and you will hear her occasionally
I feel
go
like you're not selling this.
in and
stuff.
out of the
Sorry,
doggy
piggy,
door. It's
piggy.
really loud. Yeah, she's
Shoes on turtles.
And a baked potato.
Where the
Yeah,
hell
can't
this guy
have
go?
tortoise anymore. But she's a sweetheart
Got
to
him.
our puppies and other people.
Oh,
Adopt a
she's so
pitbull.
cute. She's so cute.
Yeah.
The sun is moving in towards the afternoon, twilighty hours.
You are
as it
so efficient today.
sets in the. You guys are utilizing your
I'm
time.
like, task
Making money.
done.
Time is money. You guys need it. The sun setting in the east. The soft glow coming over the barrier island and splaying over the cliffs that back up against that Goodfellow backs up against. You make your way down to the gardens, and just at the pinnacle of this garden terrace, there is a small shack, and scribbled in black paint, you see something that looks like 3 Harpers. And looking at it a little closer, it might have said Tree Toppers at one point. It's not clear. You walk in, and sitting at a desk with his feet up, reading what appears to be some sort of book, there is a large warforged. His soft orange glow to his eyes and the gentle bits of rust around his jawline give the impression that he might be a little bit older.
That was a nice touch.
Hi.
Hello.
Are you someone who
I'm
dabbles
definitely somewhere.
in the art form of potion?
Oh, you're looking for Caden, aren't you?
Ooh, yeah, probably.
He should be out probably by the apples at this point, but maybe take a look over there and see what you can find.
Thank you, good sir.
Of course. You venture out into the direction that he gave you. Oh God, where is it? I just lost. There it is. There is, as you walk down a couple rows of the orchard, you see standing about 100 feet away from you is one of the most muscularly gorgeous specimens of mankind that you've seen in a long time. His lats are protruding from his body as he reaches up and grabs an apple and looks at it and places it in a basket.
Glamour effect.
He has no shirt on. There are 2 large red marks that follow his scapula. His short, sheared, blonde hair in this slight wavy tuft. And as you guys approach, you can see just the barest amount of 5 o'clock shadow starting to set in. The blue jeans that he seems to be wearing, it's effectively blue jeans that he's wearing, riding a little low on the hips. And as he turns, you can see that pelvic V.
Oh!
Ooh, some people call those, something gutters.
What? Gutters?
Cum gutters.
Oh!
Oh, I did not know that.
Did not know that.
You made me say it.
Everyone learned something new tonight.
Yeah.
We're not here to judge your pastimes, Christopher.
What the hell?
I'm happy that you were able to share something with the group.
That's not.
So we're all a little bit closer at this point.
Yeah.
That's actually how he wooed Debbie.
Hey, guess what?
With his cum gutters.
Caden, yeah?
Look at the runoff. It's
Caden,
very...
you are a...
Fucking...
Alright, where are we at?
Alright, go on.
We're fine specimen.
I could say the same about you young ladies.
I'm gonna whisper to Guanaba, draw him. Anyways, looking...
I mean, if you're looking for a specimen to draw, you probably couldn't find much better than this.
Oh, cocky.
Please.
No, like really, I don't think he can.
Quantify?
No, he can't. He can't paint like that.
Quickly, rapidly?
Draw?
I mean, you can...
Sketch me.
It's technically an original. It would be an original work. I don't know.
I see.
Yeah, he
You
can.
could give it a shot on your own without the, advantage or
I'd be at double disadvantage, right?
No, just random perceptions. Yeah, or random performance. You wouldn't be able to add your proficiency bonus or anything.
5 cobs.
So just roll a performance roll.
5
Just
quarterly
regular.
cobs.
You don't want me to do a disadvantage?
Do you want to paint him?
If you're gonna let me try to do original works,
I'll
he would
always
love
let
to
you.
try
I
that.
will always let you
5
try to
kernels.
do
5 cobs.
Oh,
Freshly steamed. Or
it. Good
boiled.
problem.
19.
Woo! Mama's
Very
gonna get a
nice.
nice painting.
Ooh,
Mama's gonna get a nice painting.
Don't you worry, I have a buttered cow of my own.
Lots of cum running
How
down
can
together.
I help you?
Sorry. Need some potions if you're able to part with some.
Ah, right, yeah. So you're looking for more of the holistic route. That's fair.
True, bro.
You're part of that adventuring group that recovered the kids for us, aren't you?
Yeah, some are calling us the Banshees.
Yeah,
what
banshees.
a god.
I heard banshee forest purveyors. I think
It's a mouthful.
Yeah, it's a little long for my taste, but
BFP.
maybe it's not so long for your taste.
Whew.
That said, of course, I could totally help you guys out. Let's go ahead and head back to the shack, and I'll show you what.
We should try to have sex with it.
what
I'm whispering this to Odette.
Make a stealth check for me.
Yep.
Oh shit! I have no dice out.
I'll give
What
you
a
my
fucking
permission.
amateur.
I'll stay with Wanapo.
Oh god, sorry, table.
You don't want to come in on this?
We can't leave Wanapo out here.
Guanapole can sit at the door. It will take me like 1 minute.
Fan
It's
put
like
a
30
lot
seconds
of
of
trust.
cuddling.
Fan put a lot of trust in.
That's
You
true.
trusted
Never
them over
mind.
me? Are you kidding me? They successfully bet
Yeah.
everyone.
You see
You
as he
go
walks
for it. I'll
away.
stay with Wanapo.
22.
Keep him
You are
company.
so lucky to be like in the presence of me, because let's just be honest. They call me the finisher.
Oh! Good night.
All right, Chad.
I'm gonna go.
He's a Chad.
All right,
He's a Chad.
Should name him Chad.
What's your chill to pull ratio? I'm really around it. I need to write this down.
Is that God? God wants to chill the pole?
Am I trying to
Yeah,
draw
that's
him
McCoy.
right now?
It's a wicked sex
Huh?
boy.
Am I trying to draw him right now?
I would say you have a good mental impression of what you want to draw, and as you walk, you realize it's probably not the most proper time to be drawing.
Okay.
But you have a good idea of what you want to draw when you sit down, and you'll start doing it whenever you feel like doing it.
Okay.
He opens the back door of the building. You see, it's kind of like the schoolhouse setup, and there seems to be some sort of like it's an old school schoolhouse. Like,
Oh, the building.
front
Okay.
building where you saw the improperly spelled sign is more towards would be the west side of the garden.
Okay.
The back side of it being a smaller, more closety storage shed feel. You walk in and you see there is God, I can never say this word. Alembic. There's all sorts of like tubes, and there's small, Bunsen burners going, and there's bubbling liquids, and dripping substances, and the smell is very acrid in this room. It smells like heavy acid, like vinegar.
Mm-hmm.
But the overall feel of the room is very comfortable. You see, come on in. Are you?
Guanapo and I can stay outside so she can do her thing.
That's fair.
Oh, she.
No, she.
I will be doing my thing. Hopefully. Please let the rolls of the
Maybe,
dice.
perhaps you
Let
could
me.
do some more than just your thing.
Does he do cunnilingus?
That one walks in the door, falls on your
He
Breaks your
closes
face.
the door gently and turns to look at you. So, potions, is it?
Potions and other things, but we can get the potions first.
All right. That's fair. Totally great. I only have minor healing potions at this point. They're not the strongest, but they'll run you 20 gold each.
20 gold.
Oh, that's better than I give most of my company.
I mean, I guess I can part with 20. Are you saying per?
It's
Or
20
both?
per. Yeah, that's absolutely correct. But I have 5 of them if you'd like.
I'll pay you for one. That's why I came.
No.
Don't worry, you're about to find out why he comes. Bad joke.
Wow.
Are you... How far are we from the...
Come.
Oh, we're
come on.
literally just right outside.
Stick to the
door.
come getter jokes.
Yeah, come
Yeah.
It's just low hanging
I
fruit.
tried.
It's 50, so 1, so 5 times 20. 120? No? Okay.
5 times 20
It was 100.
is 120. Really?
100 and
No, it's 100.
100? Yep,
You
100.
work for.
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I work
no,
for
I
myself.
don't. Love it.
I'm an independent woman.
Yep.
Strong, independent black woman. You don't need no man in life.
Although
Yeah,
she
I'll
has a
take
man.
He
I'll
takes-
take your batch.
He's a good friend.
Oh, don't you worry. There's
He's a
lots of
good
that.
friend.
Your friends are they planning on sticking around long, or is it like
They'll be here for a moment.
you have some free time then?
Just enough.
Have you ever seen a grown man so happy?
Okay,
Performance.
I will be
Yeah.
using my acrobatics. I'll be using my performance. I'll be using my
Can
dexterity.
I
Go
inspire
ahead.
her when I'm not in the room?
no. You can't inspire her anyway.
Why?
You look out the window and you see Odette like dancing, inspiring you.
Right? Hey, I'll bardic inspiration myself with magic Odette going like this.
It's just so weird to see a half like she's not quite the
She's
size
ready
of
to
a
trot.
big horse, but like it's like a deer horse, but like peeling up the bra and like smashing them against
I
the
do like
windows.
them dancing horses.
Yes!
Go ahead and roll a performance check.
25.
Wow, you choked on your
25.
Yeah, I inhaled some.
Both of us 25?
Well,
Oh!
make a Constitution save.
That means you both ejaculate at the same time, right?
Yeah,
Like,
doesn't
that's
that mean it's
mutual-
like peak like
Yeah, that's mutual ejaculation.
Oh my god.
12.
3.
Oh!
there are multiple moments of
You don't need to
just
describe.
amazing
Yeah.
wonder.
Have a good time.
Me and
The
Guanapo
screams-
looking at each other like, what the fuck is
The
going on?
screams
So
that
he's
are
like
coming
climbed
out of
over
this
those
shack
things.
sound like
True,
somebody's
true.
being murdered.
I look at Odette and I replicate the scream.
And I'm gonna be like, what the hell are you doing, man?
What the hell are you doing, man?
You tactfully and carefully and skillfully make the most of this afternoon.
How long are they in there for?
Probably about, like with those performance checks, they're probably in there for about 30 minutes, if not more.
Dear Lord, are you
I want to
paying?
be drawing him at this point,
Mhm.
but I have a question.
Go for it.
I have to pull my supplies out of my pack. Do I notice anything missing?
Not at this point.
Not at this point.
You can make a investigation check. Yeah, I would say make an investigation
Don't choke
check.
on
Good luck with
cider,
that.
evil.
Can you read that?
You ready?
Yeah, my throat hurts now.
Oh.
Luckily, your handwriting is very close to
15.
my chicken scratch handwriting.
I would say that you shuffle through your items quickly. And something seems a little off. Something seems a little... And you sit down, and while you have your painting and sketching supplies in your hands, you kind of trail off. And I would say that, Odette, you notice that Guanapo's focus seems to not be on the painting. He's staring off at the trees with this pondering look, and you see, even for a moment, he takes the feathers on his fingers and rubs them across the bill
Yeah.
of his face and draws it down like he has a mustache, and does it just a couple more times,
I ask him, are you okay?
and you figure it out. Yeah.
I very angrily grab out my book and wrote, the medallion is missing. We have the thief. And after I show you, I angrily slam my book. And my first suspicion is gonna be you because you fucking stole stuff from me before. So.
Cause you fucking stuff.
I don't know.
I just
You guys
shake my head.
leave the orchard.
Even the Brutas doesn't have it. You keep shooting
Luca's
it down.
hair.
She's trying to give that medallion back.
Luca's hair
Was
is
I
a
pleased?
mess. Her, yeah,
Okay.
very well.
Walking to
He
the bar.
more so than you feel at this point, but it was good. Sweaty, has that like fresh sex hair body odor smell.
Red
The
face.
Warforge, kind of sitting in his chair,
It's
the
not
door's still
everybody.
open,
No, you're-
sitting in his
In
little
case
swivel
you
chair,
blame me,
kind of
I
puts
did
his book
right.
down.
To remember to go after you.
Hope it was good. Take
Good
care.
enough. How much? So I give 100.
Yeah, give him 100, and you have 5 lesser minor healing potions.
Is this the next day?
Potions of healing.
No,
No, this
same
is the
day.
evening.
This
The
is same
bottom
evening?
barrel.
Okay.
All right, then we go to the
Yep, we're gonna go to the
Festival.
thing. Yep, festival.
Okay.
I'm still looking at this one.
You arrive first. There aren't very many patrons in the bar. There seems to be one turtle who has a massive crack across his back that is kind of held together with some sort of sticky substance you're not really familiar with. It's like a mix between glue and fabric.
Did Luna get to
Weird.
him?
Huh?
Did Luna get to him?
Maybe something else bigger, 3 claws. You recognize this turtle as being the one that was in the town square when the Yagigama had erupted out of the building. There's also Layla, who's kind of tending to the bar, and her weary, tired-looking husband, who seems to be napping in a chair.
Is Layla the one that I'm looking for?
She was the one that had invited you to the Con Longhouse. Yes.
Is it?
So, I guess I will walk up to the bar and grab a drink.
I guess this is it, right.
Ah, yes, the weird traveler. That's
Okay.
quite the outfit you have. Hopefully you found all the things you were looking for today. Yes?
I found many things in this town. You have a great town.
Spectacular. What are you drinking tonight?
I'm trying to think of what I would drink. I don't really know yet. I'm trying to think.
Ooh.
There's beer, there's hard alcohol, there's spirits of sorts. There's
I will take
classic drinks.
the fermented fruit. Any things that is fermented fruit.
We do have a rather spectacular cider, if you would like to try that.
I will try the cider.
Wonderful. I shall be right back. Thank you. She turns and after a few minutes, you're still hanging out at the Rye Ball? Great. I would say you have probably an hour of undiluted time to sit and drink. She comes back with the drink, places it in front of you. If there's anything else you need, feel free to ask.
How does the fights work here?
Would you like to sign up?
Is this the fist fighting?
Well, there's many different contexts. If you would like to try your hand, then you may do so. If your opponent appreciates the same style that you do, then perhaps it could be with weapons.
So this is like fight to the death.
No.
This is like the Russian roulette.
Fighting until the other participant can no longer. I do not want people to associate my longhouse with death.
A good point.
Okay. I will think about it.
Of course, there are sheets just at the end of the bar.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Anything else you're trying to find out tonight? Maybe not from Layla.
I'm gonna be on like a keen eye watch for other elves.
Okay.
Maybe some out of place elves that I can see.
Over the course of about an hour and a half, other patrons start filtering in. There are an occasional elf that slips in, or there is an occasional elf that slips in. One of them is particularly tall and stocky, which make a history check for me with advantage.
It's cogs. That's a good question.
At this point, you guys are probably all headed back to the festival. The conversation that you wanted to have would have transpired and come to a conclusion.
If she wanted to hang out longer, I'd be down. But
Oh my goodness.
that's up
She
to
wants
her.
to hang out longer.
Okay.
That's pretty obvious.
14.
Go.
Drow are typically not
Loose
as
nuts
tall
and stuff.
as this
Get it.
drow is. It is incredibly tall. Probably in the neighboring of the 6.5 to 7 foot. Drow are typically shorter because of their subterranean heritage. This one is built like a fucking brick shithouse and about 6.5 feet tall.
I don't recognize him though.
You don't recognize him, but very menacing presence. Seems kind-hearted, smiles, laughs, but for the most part, that's the most exceptional elf that walks through.
So I'm gonna walk up to him. Say, "Oh, hello, nice to meet you. My name is Konak. I see that you are also an elf. Very tall, very big for what I guess what you would say. Most drows are probably a little bit shorter than you, I would say.
Oh yeah, where did you get your accent from? That is quite the accent you have there.
Where did you get your accent?
Oh, it sounds like we are from the same place. It's amazing. My name is Yusef Mikstevlili.
So then you've left where you're from, or are you traveling?
Actually, Jesus, dude, fucking German accent. Oh yeah, my father, he and my mother had met on the road, yes, and well, I was born as a traveler.
Both as a drow elf, or no?
No, just my mother.
So your father must be a lot taller than I'm
He's
assuming.
quite the tall man, Goliath, if you can believe it.
Damn. Get it, mama.
You are a big boy. You caught my eye. I've never seen someone as tall as you. And
Yeah. It's great to finally meet another appreciator of the drow culture. Are you drow yourself then?
I am not.
Oh, well,
I'm sorry.
not everybody can be so perfect, right?
Since you are built like a man, then yes, this is true.
This is a great time. Shall we drink together?
We shall drink together.
We shall drink together. Another. And you see as he raises his hand, Layla kind of like nods. At this point, you haven't been charged for drinks, and it seems like
was that tab?
it seems like when Layla comes and swings by, Yusef pulls out his coin purse and she like puts her hand on it and it's like, no, tonight, dear, you and your friend are on the house.
I'm just gonna be like, give me 1 second to my new draft.
Yeah, you take your time.
I'm gonna say, well, I'm going to ask them and say, why does it seem like a lot of the women in this town are very nice to me? It's a compliment. I agree.
Yeah, you are sexually attractive. You know.
You cannot see me.
You have a nice shape.
He's wearing a trench coat. You have like the upside down V, yeah? It's like
everybody here
you're
loves
broad in the shoulders, you're narrow in the hips. It is a common thing. It's similar to me. I think that is why we are.
Yes, you have a wonderful body. I was just wondering if there was some shit on my face or something.
No, there's no shit on your face. That sounds like the thing a friend of a Warforged might say, but not you.
You got those
okay. I just wanted to make sure that this is not some sort of game, like there's some sort of tag on my head for all the women in the town.
And I hate to sound like I take advantage of the women in the town, yeah, but morning tends to bring out quite the ravager, if you know what I mean.
Well, I appreciate
that between.
I appreciate the insight. I just wanted to make sure as if I was not some sort of prize game in this town.
No,
it's getting a little bit weird. You was the first one to do it, so I trust for you. It was just like, wow, is this woman must really think that? Okay.
I went to the flower shop today, yeah, and I was just going to pick up some daisies for my girlfriend.
Daisies?
And people know me. It's not like I'm a secret being, and yet still I was accosted by several women on the way home. It's quite the thing. I'm not trying to say that there's any kind of stereotype.
Is what you're trying to say.
No, I believe that, no, that would be too generalized. But I think that the suffering has brought out the worst, and that is why we have the fighting pit, because anyone who has that kind of, they want to release that energy in a productive and aggressive environment. This is a safe place to do it.
It's okay. I just wanted to make sure. I appreciate you.
I'm sure tomorrow things will calm down.
I would like to fight.
Layla!
You guys all make your way into the bar. Naboontosh, are you staying at the Rival?
Yep.
Great. Go ahead and roll a performance and constitution check for me.
Oh, God.
1.
Wow!
Why?
So performance would be first. Yeah. So, okay, go ahead and make a constitution check.
Dude, on Saturday he rolled 4 ones in a row.
In the first 5 rolls I had, I rolled 4 ones.
Ooh, you need to get that dice
different dice.
above.
No, different dice.
Really?
Different dice.
Yep.
It is truly one of the most impressive statistical
It was
anomalies
crazy.
ever.
Thunder.
So
That
another
another
one
one?
down under?
Is that another one?
Yeah.
And the thunder
God,
roll.
let there be
I
rain
hope
2
I
days
get
in a
my
row,
right.
guys.
7
Dude,
for
our
the
fucking
Constitution.
sliding glass
He
door.
is
Bows.
way more skilled.
When it gets
jeez.
windy, I'm like waiting
and
for it to
maybe,
snap. Like,
I
it
mean,
literally
I would
bows
say
to the
Naboontosh
point where
probably
it's
hasn't
like
done much.
it
in the
should
way
break.
of
I couldn't believe it didn't fucking break.
guy on guy, and maybe it's that kind of stage fright of this
Crazy. I
new
was
thing.
worried. Holy
But
shit,
he was
my
probably
God.
bigger than
it
me.
is
Crazy.
swimmingly enjoyable, to the point that you don't last very long.
Oh, you took someone to bed?
It is a
Get pissed.
definitely a bucket list thing, and something that, damn, that was good. And
I'll be back.
I'm probably that probably takes the better part of the night for you 5. The bar starts to get rowdy. Oh yeah, make a performance and constitution save for me.
Oh,
Everyone's getting
I rolled
excited
that
now.
too? Okay.
You 4 are in the bar. It's getting rowdy. It's getting loud. You can see There are some people, men and women both, with tear-streaked faces. There are some people getting in fights, and people have to break it up. And
Luna's amping me up, and I'm
it is a very high energy environment. You are directed to the sign-in sheet. There is a.
I sign in.
You sign in, and your name appears in contrast to. Oh God.
Does it not have someone to fight me?
No. It
Who
does.
fights me?
You get put next to. Mimi is the name that's written down, and just kind of scratching. Mimi.
Oh, Mimi.
Handwriting. It's pretty chicken scratch.
Is it female or male? Oh, do I know?
I'm not really sure at this point. The fighting begins. You watch as. Is anybody else fighting tonight?
Well, I want to see do I spot Connor in the bar?
Yeah, Connor's not hard to find. There's a massive drow man standing next to him. And for what you know about elves, his eyes are kind of small and his ears are kind of short. But otherwise, looks roughly to be elf. Has the same kind of purpley blue skin hue, if not a little bit lighter. And they're drinking raucously and slamming their mugs together, and you hear the accent that you've become familiar with coming from a different voice for the first time. And it's like, yeah, we are the greatest half-elves to ever come through this land. And the big guy seems fucking lit.
Okay. I'm gonna make a beeline for him, and I'm just kind of stomp up at him. And I'm going to start poking him and say, very irritating in your voice, very irritating over and over again, just kind of poking you and I start to try and look for
I don't understand what is the problem with you and the elephant. There's always a problem with one of you. Always coming up to me, I'm annoying, I'm Zakaki, I'm everything. What do you want?
Gonapa looks at you very seriously and he pulls out his book and writes, where is the medallion?
I don't know. You've lost things before. You lost a book. You've lost some medallions. You've lost all your things. What do you want me to do? Did you lose all of your painting supplies as well? Did I steal those?
He glares at you for a moment and then very slowly and deliberately in his book writes, fuck you.
If this is how you feel, a lot of the women in this town, you are a man, so this was the first, but welcome to the club. Go talk to the bartender. Get yourself a drink.
Can I tell if he's lying?
I would say you two probably were not.
Oh, we're not?
in the
Oh, sorry.
area
Okay.
of that.
Okay.
Go talk to
Because
the bartender. Tell
you
her
two are
to
kind
get
of at the
cognac.
hip
Get a
of her.
drink.
Right,
And
yeah.
she's at the bar signing up.
Oh, got it, okay.
Guanapo, first thing you would have
She
done.
went, okay, got it. Okay,
He.
cool.
Fighting.
I'm gonna pull out 10 of my arrows and be like, you have to have some trust in me. And I'm gonna give her 10 of the magical arrows. I'm like, you guys have been nothing but call me a liar, a cheat, a stealer. And what have I done? The one time that I took the book from you, I saved it. And I got us the answers that we needed. I did not take the medallion, take 10 of the arrows. And I'll just be like, go get a drink and then come back. You're more than welcome to come hang out with us.
I write.
Yes, little bird, you come hang out with us. Oh, that's Russian.
I write in my book.
Yes, you will come.
Instead
you will
of
come back
taking
and take
things
it.
from me, why don't you ask?
Why are you always writing in this book? Just say what you feel. It is so much more powerful to say with your words.
I show him the book where it says "fuck you."
Guanapo's in your life.
I'm going to look at the other arm. I'm like, listen, she can emulate the sounds, but she talks through the book. She's very smart. She's a very smart.
I see. Yes.
And then I'm going to be like, please take the arrows, and I did not take anything from you. Okay? Please go get a drink and come back and hang out with us.
As you guys are having this conversation, you, I would say you, as you're sitting there like, come on, man, work with me here. You feel a sudden force upon your back, and you kind of duck, and a dwarven man falls between the two of you, and he just smacks onto his back. Ah! That's what I'm talking about! And you see him kind of stand up, and he starts swinging. He swings for you, accidentally.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
16 to hit.
16 16 just hits.
While he's doing this, I'm gonna take the arrows.
No, 16.
You get clobbered across the jaw. You manage to snatch up the arrows. The Goliath half-elf grabs onto the dwarf and throws him. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. And you see him just kind of disappear into the sea of people. You guys are watching from the bar. People are starting to get rowdy, and Layla has to stand up. Please! Don't stop! Without! And like at this point, the guy that's been sitting in the rocking chair just minding his own business
I love Layla.
stands up.
She's great.
And you see he kind of like poises himself and puts his hands together in front of his body, and he looks around, makes eye contact with you two, and you see his eyes go black, like inky black. It's a human. It's a human.
Oh, that's good.
And his eyes go fucking black, and you hear throughout the bar, "Knock it off!"
And looks
And
at
everybody,
he's looking at us.
yeah, he's just like maintaining his head's poked at like or pointed at you guys, and everybody in the bar.
He's not looking at anybody. His eyes are black.
Everybody in the bar kind of like freezes for a second, and Layla's like, "We may begin." And everybody starts cheering and shouting, and their drinks clinking together, and it gets miraculously crazy and awesome.
Is there like a stage? Because I want to play music while the fighting's going on.
Yeah, there's a small stage that's set up. There are 5 people up there. There's a gnome, there's a half elf, there's an Aarakocra, a bugbear, and a human. All of them playing different instruments. What one do you carry?
I carry a fantastic yet sexy like lute.
Okay, so there is another lutist up there, and as you climb up onto the stage, the room is kind of cleared. The benches are moved to the side. The tables are pushed on end, and to create this like ramshackle fighting ring. It's probably about, I would say, 15 feet wide, 15 feet long. And 2 contestants are just kind of shoved in as Layla's calling out names indiscernibly. The first 2 people to enter are a were-rat and a rather weary-looking elf. Like small, short, diminutive, wearing a black, like full black leather. From the hood all the way down to the boots, it is all black. There's gotta be rain going on outside. There's thunder and lightning as this massive storm front starts to move in over the longhouse.
Were you not home yesterday? We got so much rain.
Dude, it
We
was.
were at Mitch's house, but yeah,
We
they
got
have
nothing.
Oh,
No.
it
Like,
poured cats and
The
dogs
street,
here.
the street in front of my house was flooded.
Yeah.
Seriously?
It rained so hard yesterday.
I was so appreciative of it.
Fucking bitch.
And my car's clean today.
You can get a haircut.
It wasn't worth it.
What's not worth
I'd
it?
rather look like a mushroom.
Live in Arizona for a while.
You get no rain ever.
The were-rat, as it's pushed in, like he starts out as just kind of this rat-faced looking human, and then as he kind of walks into the middle of the arena, he kind of peels his vest back, and you see fur just kind of sprout out from his body, and his nails become long and thin and razor-like. His face elongating, and 2 front teeth becoming a little bit more sharp. And you see him, yeah, and people are like, ah, and it's just getting louder and louder. The human, the elf, sits quietly in the corner, and you see as they start to engage with each other,
I was just looking at the picture of
the were-rat leaps forward and starts slashing through the armor, and people are cheering, shouting. You can see people are exchanging money at this point, and your elven companion is like just shouting, drinking, and then like looking over at a bookie at the same time, like for what numbers are going on here. The elf kind of parries around and grabs the were-rat's arm, twists it behind his back, and you hear this kind of over everything that's going on, this sickening crack, and you watch as the shoulder of the were-rat kind of droops a little bit.
Ooh.
The elf swings back with an elbow, were-rat ducking. Oof. The were-rat ducks, grabs onto the legs of the elf, and twists Even with his bum arm, you can see the pain that racks across his face. He manages to get the elf's feet out from under him and comes down and just mounts over top, holding his one arm to his chest, and just starts lunchboxing this dude's face with his fist. Just the fight does not seem to change at this point. The were-rat is just pummeling and pummeling and pummeling. And finally, you see about two of the dwarves, or not about two. You see two of the dwarves that are in the area immediately jump over. The body of this elf has gone completely limp, and with every impact, his head is bouncing off the concrete. You see they grab the were-rat and pull him back. There seems to be some sort of monk presence here, some sort of holy person who immediately pulls him off and raises his hand, and while he's raising the were-rat's hand, you watch the shoulder just kind of pop back into place. The pain on his face looks real. Yeah! The monk guy goes over, and as the dwarves scoop up this unconscious elf, they move him across, and the monk kind of starts tending to his wounds. Over the fray, you hear your name called, as well as Mimi's.
I'm gonna jump down off the stage and I'm gonna go to Odette's face.
You are currently...
Am I?
Currently...
Then can
furiously
I sing?
strumming against the other ludist, who has, at this point, engaged you, and everybody seems in really high spirits. Everybody seems to be having a great time. The
I'm
ludist...
getting myself amped up to look behind me to try to find...
Yeah.
Try to find her, and I'm like, oh shit.
She's not there. She's up on stage. The ludist has engaged you, made perfect eye contact, and you see as he starts strumming. It is a very handsome-looking gnome. He is strumming furiously on this lute, and you start strumming back with chords, and half the attention of this bar is focused on the dueling lutes and the crazy punch dueling that's going on right now. Make a performance check for me.
What's that one song where they're...
Oh, the dueling fiddles?
Yeah, is that what they're
dueling
doing?
Fiddles.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, something is very
That
similar.
worked out of Georgia.
What is it?
24.
Or dueling banjos.
Right.
She's talking about where you deal the devil duel.
Down to Georgia.
Devil
He was
in
like,
oh,
so-
so-
and they're all they're
Dueling
dueling.
banjos is awesome. You gotta listen to that.
I
song.
like dueling.
I haven't heard that song.
It's when it's the typical country redneck but there's
And then it goes crazy.
5 minutes of song that is just furious. It's
Really?
amazing.
I'll look it up.
It's impressive.
Just insane finger movements.
Just banging on them lutes.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
24.
Nice.
You start out strumming this dude, and that's what really gets you focused in this moment as people are cheering, and he takes his turn and okay, and starts going back at it. Meanwhile, you're starting to get hyped up for this fight. They kind of clear out the tables for you, push you in from your rump end, close the tables back
For my
up,
rump end.
and you watch as this.
Oh, I'm so excited for you.
You watch as a satyr enters the
Oh,
arena.
get him.
Not only is this satyr black on the bottom half, its fur is thick, its hooves are just this clean, cloven white color. But the upper body is a very built male. And everybody's sitting there ooh, ooh. You recognize this person as being the jailer of the clinker that you had originally been thrown into. You can see as he starts to take off the different padding of his armor, he kind of throws it to the ground, and as he flexes his shoulders back, you can see deep scars running across his left shoulder. And he kind of flexes it and runs it backwards a little bit, bashes his fists together, and goes,
Oh,
"All right, lassie.
I'm kind of
Let's have on
going
it."
like this, but kind of stumbling because my feet, I have
Yeah, it's a little,
oh, I got this.
Whoa! Go ahead and make. Let's go ahead and roll for initiative. That's what we'll do.
I would just like to say that after Joanna and I are done, I would like to convince her to go to the tavern and have a drink with me and watch
She
the fight.
respectfully declines.
Oh! Get it! Well, I'm
Your first move. The satyr is sitting there with his fists up, kind of bobbing and weaving. These short, stubby horns sticking out of his head. Come on, let's have at it.
I'm gonna use my hands.
Okay, go ahead and make. Actually, can we? We don't have a satyr, do we? We don't.
No.
But this will do
No,
fine.
we don't.
This will do fine.
He's a horse.
Let's put you right here, and we're gonna put you
The only
right
one.
here. Yeah, we'll just say that's the opening arena stage.
Oh yes, it's beautiful.
$21.
21. Very easy to hit. You come like
Should I roll for
stumbling
damage,
forward. Yeah, go. What's your just roll a d6.
3 plus, or just 3?
No, what's your modifier for it?
3.
Okay,
So 6.
6 total?
Yeah.
You come swinging in with quick jabs, just pop, pop, and you watch as he kind of like throws his fist up to block, but you manage to punch squarely on the back of his hand, and
Okay.
you watch as he starts punching himself.
Oh,
And he's-
nice.
Oh, God, that's quite a haymaker you have there. Anything else you want to do?
Wait, his name is Mimi?
His name is Mimi.
Oh. I had kind of figured Mimi would be a girl. I can't use my key points during a fight like this?
Sure
or?
could if you wanted to.
We're gonna sleep anyways after
Well,
this.
okay, I have to use.
Or
Okay.
so we think.
Need another.
Was that, you have
fighting
2
action.
attacks?
Yeah, 2 attacks. So this is my second attack.
Okay.
18 plus 6.
Okay.
So that hits.
Yeah, that hits.
6, 7, 8, 9 damage.
9 damage. You come in,
Just
as
going
you come
at
in
it.
with this sweet left, you make him punch himself in the face. As he kind of like, ah! You come in with another mean right hook right to the gut, and you manage to hit him squarely in the diaphragm. He kind of bowls over for a second. Oh, shit! Why are you not working for me, lass?
Alright, I'm gonna hit him again with my key point. I rolled 2 6s.
I would
so
say you
6, 7,
would have
12.
Up here. 12 misses.
Okay.
So as you come in, he kind of like leaps up as your fist connects with him. The momentum and the energy behind, having a big ass deer or small ass horse behind you, you're able to generate a lot of forward motion. As you're pulling your fist back, you come in for an elbow swing. He ducks out of the way and manages to carry on the momentum, ruining your next fist as it comes over. He puts your own arm across. Your hands fall down to the side.
I'm gonna use one more key point.
Okay, go for it.
Wow, rolling 2 dice is not working for me. They both
Yeah.
miss.
The twins do great. I don't want to talk about it. So both miss?
Yeah.
So you come back across with
I
your
rolled
hands
2.
trying to bring this enforce this heavy chop towards his throat. As you do so,
I'm just making a fool
he
of
just
myself.
quickly ducks out of the way and brings his elbow up and tries to hit you squarely in the rib. 19 plus 3. He manages to land the hit, but maybe it's his small size, maybe it's because you're so sturdy. He only does 3 points of damage. As the elbow comes landing in, it hurts, and you kind of move back out of the way. As he's elbowing upwards, he brings his cloven hoof across and tries to rake at your feet.
Okay.
Poof. And fucking misses. You manage to do that same excited dance and just and you watch as the foot slides cleanly underneath you. It's your turn again.
Okay. I'm gonna hit him. Gonna roll 1 at a time now.
Go for it.
18
18 will
plus
hit.
6.
Yep.
5 damage.
Okay.
Hit him again. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
15 barely hits.
Okay.
So,
4 damage.
4 damage. He's looking pretty blackened as he swings his foot across
Obviously, I
underneath
don't
you.
want to kill him. I just
No,
want to.
but he looks bruised.
Okay.
He's got one of his eyes swelling. Even though you missed a lot, the 2 that you have landed have this exuberant energy behind them.
Okay.
His one eye is swelling shut, and as he kind of swings his foot underneath you, you see that he's off balance, and you just grab him by the chest and arm and throw him onto the ground. The combined force of the throw, and then as he's coming up, you just like hammer fist down on his forehead, bash his skull into the ground, and, and just like, oh, shite, fuck! And you see as he kind of, anything else you want to do?
Am I gonna knock him out?
He is not unconscious, but he
But
does
he hasn't
look
tapped
pretty.
out or anything?
He hasn't tapped out.
Alright, I'm gonna hit him again.
Okay.
Use a
This-
point.
That's my girl!
That one.
As you're
misses.
strumming, you look over and you can see as this. You just see hooves in the air, and for a moment you're like, "Oh fuck!
Just like-
Oh, there's only 2 of those." And you just go back to like, "Yeah, it's my fucking girl." It's like fucking Dragon Slayer up on this stage.
So
dude.
I used another key point. My key point rolls are not doing so good. They both miss.
They both miss.
Yeah.
So as you come down, you go to stomp on him. He quickly rolls underneath the main cavity of your body. You guys are watching from the stands as she just starts dancing up and down in the area, stomping
So
at the
freaking
ground.
amazing.
The next thing that you see are 2 hooves coming up at her abdomen. He's
I'm
gonna
gonna
take.
use another key point.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
God all night, man. Yes.
All night.
11, 12, 13, 17?
17.
Oh,
hit.
that's right. That's right. Okay. Oh, it's cocked and it's out of my box.
Gotta reroll
Okay.
Not focusing.
6. Yeah,
6 points of
points damage, and then that misses.
Okay, so you manage to, as he's dancing underneath you, you bring one of your back legs forward in just kind of this sweeping motion, and you feel it connect. You're not sure how. The next thing that you guys see are 2 hooves coming straight up towards your abdomen.
And
The
then I'm
first
gonna yell,
one,
"Are you done yet?"
I ain't done till the fat lady sings, and you ain't singing yet, lass.
Oh,
Dare he?
As he kicks up,
Savage.
the first one's going to be an 18 to hit.
I heard that from the kobold.
that hits.
Forever.
Ribald.
The next one's going to be 17 to hit. As the hooves impact you, you take 6 points of damage as they just start to like just impact and horribly. Like, there's this moment of like, oh fuck, that's gonna bruise and that's gonna hurt real bad tomorrow. And you kind of like double for a second, instinctually trying to grab at your waistline and just like, oh god, and you like lean out to the side. He rolls out from underneath. Come on, lassie. I ain't had this much fun in a long time. Let's go.
Okay. 16, so that hits.
Make another performance check for me.
Oh, me?
Oh, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage.
8 damage. You come in with this sweet right hook. As he's getting to his feet, he's like poised and ready and talking mad shit. You come in and connect with his temple just beautifully. And the whole crowd, ooh! Even your boy is like sitting there like, no way! That's fucking crazy! As he fucking drops to one side, his vision kind of stumbling for a second. Oh, shite! Anything else you want to do?
I just rolled my second attack and it missed, so I'm gonna use
Okay.
a key point to roll 2 more attacks.
So you come up with another uppercut right to his jaw. He sees it coming and manages to push it out of the way. You scrape right up against his cheek, but no damage.
So 19 and 16, so they both hit.
Key points.
4, 5, 6, 7 damage. 7 and 5 damage.
We're assuming this is non-lethal damage.
Yeah, lethal. I
So
don't want to kill him. I just want to knock him
his
out.
fate is in your hands at this moment.
So she needs to like back off a little bit.
As in, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I can't say how do you want to do it because I'm pretty sure that's like coin phrase. How do you say that? What's
Copyright.
That? Copyright. So his fate's in your hand.
Ooh, that's good. I like that.
I've
I
thought
am
about that
going
for a long
to.
fucking time.
I'm going to pick him up and throw him off the stage or
Okay.
the fighting ring.
Yeah, it's more.
And be like, "You're done.
Okay.
Get the fuck out
As
of
he
here."
kind of
and
stumbles,
I walk off.
he's like, oh, God, oh, and you manage to sweep down, grab one of his ankles, and you're holding him out like this, like, you're fucking done. And you throw him wildly, and his body just kind of 5-stars. And people out in the crowd are like, ah! And they catch him. And you see there are people like patting his back, and like somebody shoves a drink into his hand.
I don't sit there and go like this. I just walk off and kind of ignore everybody.
People are kind of like patting you on the back and shit, and Layla comes out like, that one, and somebody just grabs Liz from her hand and goes like, blah, rah, 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 rah. And people start just pushing more other contestants into the ring. What was your performance check?
16.
As you sit there strumming your heart out, as you're just, he's like trying to keep up with you, like, and you watch as a ping, one of his strings breaks. Oh God! And people are like, ah! The whole bar is alive and energetic at this point. I'm assuming you walk in.
If she ain't coming with me, I'd like to just hang out with her.
She doesn't dismiss you,
Okay.
but she seems to go back to working.
Oh, if she's gonna work, I'll go back to
Okay.
the bar then, yeah.
Anything anybody particularly wants to do this night?
Just get drunk.
So I'm gonna ask the other elf, like, so are you participating in any of these events?
Yeah! Punch his fucking lights out! No, I don't participate in this kind of shit. It's a little barbaric for my taste. Yeah! Knock his fucking teeth out!
It's a little barbaric.
Are you betting on the game, on the fights?
No, that's particularly illegal. I don't know. Let's get back to it. That's the wrong accent. Who cares? He's drunk. His accent's changing. It's the weirdest thing you've ever heard. Anything? He's not bad.
I'm gonna walk up to the bookie and I'm gonna
Okay.
put 40 gold on the next fight. I'm
Okay.
gonna ask who the next fight is.
The next fight is going to be between. The next fight is going to be between the half-elf knight that you had so particularly offended earlier in this campaign, and
At the very beginning.
a rather old-looking man with a long Fu Manchu, but who is ripped to fucking shit.
So I'm gonna put 40 gold. I'm gonna say not on the elf, on this one.
Okay.
And I'm gonna walk over to where the fight is beginning. I'm assuming, have they already started fighting?
They have not. The other fight is still going on, and even as you're kind of like walking up to the corner, like one of the bodies gets blasted against you. You look over, and there's an Aasimar wearing nothing but like blue jean-like leggings, very denim feeling.
Jeggings.
Jeggings.
If that's what
And you can see he is
You
built
scared me.
fucking like holy fuck. His traps massive. His chest is just squared off. Each one of his abs looks like it has its own six-pack on it. And he's just fighting his fucking heart out against another equally tall,
Caden?
roughly, yeah, it's Cadence.
Yes!
Roughly human, but these features are so exaggerated on both of them. A long, black-haired woman with these deep blue eyes, who also has massive shoulders. She's wearing a small tank top that seems to hold her bosom extremely well. And they are just going
Gunners
at
is
it.
okay, but
and you watch as he ducks out of the way. She comes in and scoops up his arm, locks his head into place, and she's like, "Give up, brother! Give up! You're never gonna make it against me!" And he just, "Fuck you!" And you see him sweep her legs. She falls to the ground. Where are you going?
So I'm gonna walk over to the other elf knight.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, ooh, wow, looks like somebody's up next for the fight, about to get beat by the old man.
I don't know who you are.
No, you don't
No,
know who I am.
do know you're the one who's casting spirits in front of my house. Come and get it, baby. I hope you bet on him. I'm gonna make you lose every dollar you ever or gold you ever spent.
Don't make me do the spells again. I'll conjure one. Listen, I want it to be a fair fight.
Shite.
I just know that you can't fight this shit. An old washed up knight. That's all you are, and it's okay.
I'll show you, old kick your scrawny ass after I deal with this one. And you see she kind of like turns and like starts walking away from you. She grabs a drink out of somebody's hand and just pugs it. And the guy's like, "Whoa, I guess that just happened."
You're gonna need it!
The fight with Caden and his sister comes to an end. She stands in the middle of the ring, Kaden panting heavily, just, okay. She's like standing there like, you never were good enough to beat me.
Yes.
They kind of stand up, the crowd hands them drinks. The fight between these other two starts to ensue. You watch as the knight comes in, takes off all her metal armor. She's wearing a simple black shirt and some cotton trousers. The old man is wearing like whitey tighties. And that's it.
This is my boy!
Every single muscle on his body is chiseled out of stone. And you watch as he comes in with a swinging roundhouse kick, connects right with her jaw, and you see as she comes up, there's blood coming out of her mouth. And she comes in with sweet haymakers, dude. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Oh, God, no. Don't look at the camera. And connects just one after the other. The old man is just trying to get out of this situation. You see him kind of duck out of the way and come up. There are cuts across his eyebrow. There's cuts underneath his cheek. His nose looks like it's broken.
She got some brass knuckles on?
No, she is just fucking fierce. As he sweeps out of the way, she donkey kicks backwards, hits him right in the hip. He buckles over. She brings up her elbow and cracks the back of his skull. He kind of stumbles onto the ground, puts his hand down, trying to recover his senses. She picks him up by the waist and slams him onto the ground. His body goes completely limp. Layla standing there with like this shocked look on her face, like, and you see the bookie kind of like starts paying out to people. He rolled 2 nat ones. I did the twins. For anybody who cares, the blue one was the dude, and the blue one rolled 2 nat ones. So he's fucking done, dude. He's for a ride. She kind of stands up. Anytime. And just storms off and goes and grabs a drink and starts drinking it down. You already paid your 40 gold. The bookie doesn't come looking for you. Anybody else want to do anything in particular?
So Fan has entered the bar at some
Yeah.
point. Okay.
I mean, it's not hard to pick out. He's the only one that's on.
Okay. So Monaco is going to storm over to Fan now and kind of tell him that he thinks that Konnak has stolen the medallion from him.
As you're sitting there, like, trying to read, you hear this, "Rah!" And you see, up on stage, Luca is holding her lute above her head, like, "Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!" And down in the crowd, you can see Odette, like,
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. I don't know if it matters at this moment in time, but as long as he's with us, you know.
All right.
We need the medallion.
All right. You trust that guy?
I don't, but as long as he's with us, what's gonna happen to it, you know?
But we don't know who he is, and he keeps fucking stealing from me.
If he does it again, we'll, you know, confront the situation. But I kind of want to go punch somebody.
Yeah.
I'd like to fight.
okay.
Monaco shrugs and waves you off, and he starts drawing.
Are they by me while they're having this conversation?
No.
No,
You're, at this point, you're probably in the back left quadrant of the bar, sitting next to your drow friend who's just keeps fucking feeding more alcohol in. Layla has not asked for a single coin from either of you.
And before I fight, I'd like to give Guanapo 50 gold to put on me. Here you go.
Oh yeah, because we talked before we went to Berlin.
Finding the bookie is not that hard. You're pretty observant and you're not intoxicated. Are you doing anything?
You're not intoxicated.
Yeah, your night just keeps getting better and better, and like it gets to the point that like skillfulness on your part ends, and it just continues to be like almost like a one-way transaction. He seems very genuinely happy about it though, like very happy to please.
Nice.
The current fight that's going on in the middle of the ring comes to a close, and you see the old man stand up, and he kind of like looks around from his rocking chair. His eyes go that same inky black. Will nobody challenge the reigning champion?
Oh yeah.
Come on,
I think
man.
this is kind of I'm in.
We have one. Anybody else?
I need a drink first, though.
Drinks for this man.
Just one.
Let it begin.
Can I get to him to inspire him first, or no? Am I still?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. He's like walking towards the middle. The stage is in the middle of the room on the right-hand side.
This is a no armor, no just fist fight.
You put down your loot, and you kind of like jump out, and you're able to, with the help of Odette, get to him pretty fucking easily. People are just super excited about the fight that she had, and seem to be like crowding her, but still making way for whatever direction she goes. You managed to get to Fan in very short order.
I say, shall the fight be in your favor, and may your night end not on the ground.
Yeah.
And I inspire you with so you have a D8 to use.
Aw, shit.
Thanks, sweetie. I think Dying Check will be with me tonight. So
you start peeling off the armor. You find the bookie. Do you place the money?
I'm gonna take 5 gold for myself as a
You
little
put
tax.
45 down.
Okay. Atta girl.
Thief.
Raised
in favor of the champion.
I get in trouble for
1 to 5 favor of the champion.
potentially stealing things.
So if you won, it'd be 5 times 45.
I'm down to put money down.
We're gonna put some money down.
Okay, where are you putting it on?
We're putting it on the champion.
Oh!
We don't tell. We're doing incognito though.
Yeah, it's easy. I mean, you see.
I see him up there.
Magically
the sensation comes over you that you could probably get it.
I'm watching all you guys go up there, and I'm just like, yes, they all believe.
I'm putting 5 gold down on Fan.
I would say watching your friends probably makes you feel so hyped up that you get a point of
Just assuming.
Just assuming. Just actually make an intelligence check for me. How about
I'm putting 5
Make an
gold
intelligence
down
check.
on Fan.
Putting 5 on the champion.
Okay, 5 on Fan, 5 on the champion.
That's gonna be a 5.
Yeah, you definitely believe they're all in it for you, and you just start.
I look at you like.
The room goes suddenly quiet as you hear this.
Oh shit.
Oh, I'm here for
And there's this scraping wood sound. You look over and you can barely see over the crowd this sea of people, this pair of antlers that is dragging across the ceiling.
Oh shit.
The sea kind of parts here, and standing on the other side is this massive, humongous deer person. He is the same height as you, but his antlers are about 2 feet on top of that. His pointed face giving you this smug, like, he cracks his knuckles. Watching the white of his chest start to ripple with muscles.
Ooh.
Then he comes stepping into the ring. Not many take me on. You're in for a good one.
This'll be fun, you know.
Go ahead and roll for initiative.
Yeah.
Ooh, 5.
+1, 6.
Okay. 6. He was. He's
roll.
going first.
I got you.
As you come in, you like, all right, I got this. I got this. I got this. And you lunge forward, feigning with your trunk to one side. You see as you push your trunk out and your fist comes back, he throws up his left arm to block, grabs you by the trunk, and swings his fist right into your temple. Or he tries to at least. What's your armor class?
16.
As you get hit, you're like, that was surprisingly not as hard. And you see as he pulls his hand back, like, holy shit! What are you made of? And he wait, let's make sure I do this right. Yeah. He comes back in for another attack. This time swinging a leg right at your abdomen. Fuck, dude. And you fucking catch it. You manage to catch it and start turning it.
Use the
and
paint.
as he kind of like, you start throwing him off balance. He jumps and tries to leap and kick you in the skull.
Are you using that pink die?
No, I'm using my green one. I just got legitimately, I got a 3, a 2, then a 4.
Change it up. Let's go. Mama got money.
Change it up. As he swings to kick you, you push his leg out. He falls onto the ground. Everybody in the crowd, oh! It is your turn. What would you like to do? I guess these two aren't out here anymore.
Summon a bear.
Sorry, I was trying to get my unarmed strike attack going. I am going to kind of roll back my shoulder and just grab him by this shoulder, and I'm just going to take that first swing right at his face.
That'll be him for now. Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
God damn it. It's plus 4, 8.
8 misses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, so do you still have your armor on?
No, I don't
Okay, you
have
took it off?
armor
Okay,
anyway.
okay.
I don't have armor.
So, okay, you don't have
Mine's
armor.
my natural
That's right. Yep.
skin.
Okay, cool. It still doesn't hit. But
Okay.
I'm gonna drop his armor class because he took his armor.
We can use all of our
Um,
stuff, right?
And with unarmed strike, do we get 2? Is it 2 hits? Is that how that works?
Yeah, I would allow
Plus
2
punch?
hits because it's
Okay,
You wouldn't get your proficiency bonus on the second
Right,
attack. 'Cause
right.
it's
Tavern is not
I'm gonna take, as I cock back and miss, I would like to just hold on to his shoulder still and take one more fat swing.
Okay.
Ooh, this one rolls better.
Ooh, our dice.
22.
Oh, ours will
Okay.
be better for me.
22 will hit.
Yeah. Okay, so on a hit, an armor strike deals bludgeoning damage equal to 1 plus your strength modifier. What?
Your strength modifier on the top.
Which is just 1.
So it's 2
we,
points of
we
damage.
fight with our
Okay.
fists.
Strength is
Huh?
just 1?
If we fight somebody,
Yeah.
do we have to fight with our fists?
That doesn't seem
If you challenge somebody to a weapons duel, maybe not. But it seems at this point everybody's comfortable just doing fists.
Okay. Yeah, so I just hit him.
So you come swinging in. He manages to grab your arm, and instead of bringing your other fist around like you want to, you just lean in and crack. Manage to get your skull right onto his forehead.
Yeah.
He watches. He kind of pulls back. Ugh. Fuck you! And he comes back in for another set of swings. First one is going to be 14 to hit.
That misses.
Sorry, 15 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. Next one is going to be 24 to hit.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Next one is going to be 21 to hit.
Yeah.
The fists land. As he recoils, he brings his hand around and just haymakers you with 1, 2, 3, holding on to one of your tusks as he just bashes his fist into your eye. Fucking A, are you shitting me?
Yeah.
Take 4 points of bludgeoning damage, followed by, that's better, 8 points of bludgeoning damage as his fist just rains down on you.
Is this the
Okay,
song
I
that
need
goes
you to
belting out?
make I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I am not the most dexterous person. But that's not bad. 20.
Yeah, you manage to save it. As his fist comes down for the last time, he grabs your tusks, both of them, and starts swinging you around. You kind of hop skip like,
Yeah.
and as he's like trying to throw, you can see his whole body's turn. What do you want to do?
As he does that, I just want to grab his antlers.
Okay.
And I'm going to use his momentum and keep my balance with that dexterity and just kind of see how far I can throw his
Okay.
fucking fat ass.
Okay, he's heavy. Just be aware.
I'm
that
well
he's the same
aware.
size. Okay.
And as soon as he gets on the ground, I'm just going to attempt to just fucking pile drive
Okay,
him.
so go ahead and make a strength check for me. He's going to use a dexterity save.
Six.
You pull a muscle.
8.
Oh, my knee.
Damn.
Oh.
It is not as graceful as you wanted it to be. As you
Right.
grab his
Right.
antlers and like you're like hop skipping, you grab the antlers and you try to like drag him across your body. He's still got a hold of your tusks. He drops one of his hands, scoops you up by the leg. Anything you want to do? Because do you get 2 attacks or? One attack.
With the fists.
I'll let you have another attack because it's a good fight.
Yeah, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to, like, as he's going, I'm gonna try to just get my tusk or my trunk
in the way of one of his arms and kind of keep it down as I try to get a fist in there and fucking punch him again. Ooh, I think that's the good number. It is. 23.
23 hits, yeah.
Yeah. 2, I don't even get to roll for that. It's just 2
It's
damage
1
every
plus the
time.
strength modifier, unless you're someone like her who gets to roll dice for it.
Piggyback bullshit.
So you, as he swings his arm down underneath, you manage to punch him like squarely in the throat. It looks like it hurt, but he's not backing down. As he's still holding on to one of your tusks, he grabs your ankle with his, he scoops it up with his wrist and picks you up and falls onto his back. Go ahead and make another dexterity saving throw for me.
God, you're just using my weakest shit right now, guys.
I'm not using it. He's using it. He's smart.
Yeah. But they all say 10.
10? As your body gets pummeled into the ground, you see him twist off of you, and he brings a knee up to connect right into your ribs.
It's like soaking wet.
16? Right?
16 what?
16 hits?
Yeah, 16 hits.
The knee impacts with this ferocity for 11 points of damage.
Jeez.
And you see, as the knee connects, he comes up for his last hit because he used his first one to drop you.
Don't.
He comes in, and you manage to, with the reeling pain in your ribs, you roll onto your side as his fist impacts the ground with such force that he takes 10 points of damage as you hear the bones in his forearm start to crack, especially with your big elephant ears.
Yeah.
This hit would have decimated you if it wasn't a critical fail. And he just mauls the ground. You see him pull his fist back. And it is now your turn. What do you want to do? You're lying prone, facing him in a shrimp position.
Are we what's the area I'm in?
It's about a 15
area.
by 15 foot space. So you two laying on top of each other would probably make the distance across.
Okay, what is it? What's holding us in? I should ask.
They're tables. They're overturned tables that are kind of pointed at you guys.
Okay,
it's very simple, like a picnic table on its side.
My goal is to get up, and I kind of want to grab him by one antler in his rear end and just drive his face into a table.
So you're gonna try to get up?
It's gonna be half your movement. The closest table to you is gonna be one to the south.
Yep.
So go ahead. As you spend half your movement, go ahead and make a strength check for me. 13. It's enough to pick him up and start moving him forward. Okay. You see, as he's on the ground, he's aware of what's going on, and he's kind of pawing at the ground, trying to stop it. Go ahead and make another strength check for me. See if you can finish this one up. 16. You slam his face into the wall, into the table. The whole area immediately behind it, your friend and you are sitting up 3 people back, but higher up, and you can see it as this deer person gets their face crushed into the wall. Everybody in the immediate area, whoa! And beer comes flying back at both of you. You guys are drenched at this point, and you're just looking around what the fuck? And your friend is just yeah! Everybody in the bar is just completely shocked at this point that you're not completely the fuck out.
How much damage is it?
Go ahead and roll a d10 for me.
Oh.
Just a d10. No modifiers.
When I get creative, you'll give me a little oomph. Oh, come here. Where's the sexy little d10?
4 points of damage.
Hell yeah.
As he gets up, you can see the side of his face. There is just all sorts of gashes that have been run through his fur. There's some blood seeping down, but because of the amount of fur, it doesn't seem to get into his eyes. He gets up. All right, let's finish this one. Everybody here who seems to fight has Scottish accents, apparently.
Come on.
He comes swinging in with a right fist, a right jab, and he tries to throw it right at your head. Because of the nature of his arm, you can see as he extends it, there's an angular shape
Like
to
an
his
obvious.
forearm.
Oh, God. Why would he do
Clear
that?
that he is not going to be able to use this fist very well.
Oh, my.
And as he kind of throws it, winces, and he just swings out with his left foot.
God, I just want to flex on him and just hopefully he fucking
Christ.
hits me and hit.
Change your dice.
Jesus Christ. You watch as
I'm
he
just a kung
swings
fu
his
fighter.
foot into you, you hear another sickening crunch.
Yeah.
As
Is it a
you
nat one?
watch his
Built
like
like a
another
freight
fucking
train.
nat
Excuse
one, dude.
Body
It's,
Python.
it's bad. He's like,
Dice.
just a flesh wound.
Just flesh wound.
You see as he kind of limps onto that leg, just and he's like looking around, and you can see Layla is like standing at the bar, like,
What is wrong?
the fuck?
What is happening?
The fuck? You watch as he like, and he comes in, and he's gonna rake at you with his antlers.
Yeah.
You hear a sickening
You
snap.
hear a sickening snap.
Jeez.
Both antlers fall.
10 doesn't hit.
Yeah.
Oh, dear gosh.
All right, I'm gonna do this to finish up this fight because he's not looking well.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll
Yeah.
2d20s for me.
Good lord.
I'm also going to roll 2d20s.
I mean, I'm doing great though. Oh!
Oh!
One's a nat 20.
One is a fucking nat 20.
Come on!
A 3.
An 8.
Oh, yes!
Swinging in. Boom! 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 Holding one
That's not
hand to
fair.
his
You didn't
chest.
get my turn.
Go ahead and make one more roll.
A 2.
A 1.
Oh my god!
His fate's in your
It's
hand.
a 3, but Jesus.
Yeah, no,
thank
I'm just
God.
going off straight rolls.
Oh my god, can I?
His face.
Oh man, okay, so as he's like
He
charging
swings down. He
Yeah.
comes back with
Whoa.
that left hand. He's just trying to pummel you, reaching out as fast as he can. Every time he puts weight on his left leg, you see him kind of like, and he kind of reestablishes himself. And he just like,
Yeah, I'm just going to add. I'm going to take a dodge on one of his slow ass,
Okay.
weak fucking punches. And as I dodge, I'm going to kind of grab his antler, bring his face down to one knee, and just lift up and smile at him as I headbutt the shit out of him
Yeah.
until he fucking stops.
you literally just grab him and just.
Horrible.
It is not until the remaining Goliaths in the room jump into the ring and start separating to you, grabbing your arms, dragging you back.
disappointed.
Your head is
Oh,
split in
yeah.
two. There's blood running clean down. Your your ears are covered in gore. There's even a tear on one side of it. Your antler, or excuse me, your tusk, the one of the tips is shattered off, and you're breathing heavy. Looking around, and you don't see the dude. Until you notice on the other side of the table, there are two Goliaths dragging him out of the arena completely. The whole bar is silent as you stand there.
Give me a beer, please.
And the whole bar just erupts in just celebration. As the night continues, you guys get more and more and more drunk. People are feeding you booze. They're
Not
asking
good.
you about
Good.
They want to know
That's
more.
good.
Where are you from? How do you live? How can they train to be like you? It is probably the greatest experience of like popularity and fame, and it is so pleasant because each of you has had not the most fun last few months. But as you find this night coming to a close, there is this wellness and contentness as you have fed your spirits and your minds and your bodies with lots of booze. And that's where we'll pick up next episode. Wow. Yeah, man. Yeah. That was some baby back bullshit.
I loved
He
it.
kept rolling that
Loved
one,
it.
dude.
Love every minute of it.
I don't know what you did to make your dice that shitty, but however you fixed it, I need to know.
I was 50-50 at my dice rolls, and like,
I was straight up like, I got one nat 20, and that was when you got your nat 20, and I
On
like,
his day? On the
yeah,
next
I don't know
one?
how you fixed yours, but I need the solution.
What do you mean?
I need that choo-choo.
Your fucking nat ones from last week.
I didn't fix shit, man. I
Oh,
rolled.
okay, cool.
The first roll I had was a nat 1.
Well, I guess we're just fucked now. since we started streaming, all our dice rolls suck. Anyways, guys, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for having a good time with us. We're cutting a little bit short tonight, but that's because this guy has to pee really bad. We'll be back next week. Check us out on twitch.tv/witnessguild. YouTube. Witnessguild.com. That's the easiest place to find all of us. If you guys have fan art, feel free to send it in. Until next time, you guys have a great weekend. Stay safe out there, and we will see you next Tuesday. Thanks. Have a good night.
Bye.